there's still tomorrow a special tingle in the air here in Miami. The temperature is 70 degrees. We have partly sunny skies overhead, no threat of rain. A great afternoon for football. The wind is northwest at 14 miles an hour. The humidity, 49 degrees. It's all been said, and I guess it's all been written by now. The Colts and the Cowboys, and 60 minutes of football lie ahead of us. There are over 80,000 people here. There is pomp and there is pageantry, and alongside, it's a great pleasure for me to be working this 1971 Super Bowl game with Aldi Rogat, one of NBC's foremost football analysts, one of the most respected men in his field. Al, the meticulous preparations are over, the Cowboys and the Colts. Your thoughts?
Well, Jay, this game has got the right name, the Super Bowl, because it shapes up as just that. Tremendous experience on both sides. Both teams able to accept the pressure that this game imparts. Both teams extremely confident. This afternoon, we'll see the Cowboys who like to run and then pass. We'll see the Colts who like to pass and then run. Both teams seem ready, but in a pressured game, anything could happen. It could be a lopsided score. I think not. Both teams have things to remember. The Baltimore Colts must remember 1969 and the New York Jets when they lost 16-7. Dallas Cowboys remember many times that they've been close, but they've never won the big prize. Now, some say, Jay, that the difference will be John Unitas. I say it will be team attitude. Johnny Hughes, perhaps the greatest quarterback of all time. A super field general, a great passer, and just a tremendous leader. Craig Morton, some say pressure will get to this young man. I say not. Morton is a pro, and I can guarantee he will perform. The game could hinge on kicking. It could be the field goal that makes this an exciting game. And don't be at all surprised if it's sudden death. My feeling is that the team that wins the first quarter statistically will win this game. I like the Dallas Cowboys. I think it's the Dallas Cowboys with room to spare.
Al, you had an opportunity to visit with a man you know quite well, the head coach of the Cowboys. Here's your chat with Tom Landry.
Tom, we've played in some big games together. You've coached some bigger ones. How do you look upon the Super Bowl?
Well, this is the biggest game I've ever been in. I think, of course, before the two leagues, back with the Giants, that was the biggest thing in the world. We played the championship games back there. But now, of course, football has grown in such a great magnitude now, with 26 teams, two leagues, with world coverage almost. So this is the biggest game that I've ever been in, and surprisingly, I'm not overly nervous about it. I'm looking at it much like I look at the playoff games in the past. Hopefully it holds that way. A big game, sometimes if you're not mentally right with concentration, all of a sudden the team scores, you fall behind, you see $25,000 going out the window, and all of a sudden you become an ineffective team. You got to be tough enough not to have that happen.
Tom, the big moments in a football game, what are some of them from your point of view?
The big moments in the football games as they are played, of course, I don't know that I can really point out any real big moments. Just the competition that's taking place, to me, is big moments. To see two teams plan for 2 weeks to fight it out on the field for an ultimate prize is a tremendous experience for somebody who's been in the game as long as I have. And to watch it unfold, and I think the greatest moment comes when you see the breakthrough, when you have gotten the other team off balance and you're starting to take over. And to me, this is the most exciting moment in sports.
Your fans, not only in Dallas, but around the world, and we'll be talking around the world. What do you feel is your responsibility to the fans and also your teams?
Of course, my responsibility, as the leader of the team, is to put them on the field prepared for the game they have to perform. And during that ball game, my job is to help them when they get in trouble. And to me, this is my sole contribution to the team on the field during the ball game. To the fans, it's provide them a winner. The fans like a winner. They don't like a loser. And they get a lot of excitement out of winning. That's why I don't worry too much about criticism when we lose, because that's what they're there for. They want to enjoy the excitement. We came back from San Francisco. We had 10,000 people, at the airport. When we were in mid-season, We didn't even have quarters out saying hello to us when we came in, so we were in trouble then.
Tom, I know it's a great moment, but I would think, knowing you, it's also a humbling time.
Well, it really is. You know, this has been one of the most exciting years I've ever spent in football, and I've been in it in a lot of situations before. But to see a team that's written off during a football season, which we were after the Cardinal game by everybody but ourselves, and to see them come back and win and get to this position is more exciting probably than even winning the big prize. To see men that are down are able to overcome it is a great moment, I think, in sports.
Tom Landry, the coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's bring you up to date on the men who will be charged with officiating this game this afternoon. The referee, a 17-year veteran of National Football League officiating, is Norm Schachter. He's a high school principal from Los Angeles, California. The umpire is Paul Trapinski. In his 8th year of officiating, he's a post office superintendent from Toledo, Ohio. The head linesman is Ed Marion. He's been officiating for 11 years. He's the manager of a profit and pension department of an insurance company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jack Betty is the line judge. His 6th year, he's from Kansas City, Missouri, a sales representative for a sporting goods company. The back judge is Hugh Gamber in his 11th year, and he's a safety engineer from Davenport, Iowa. The field judge is Fritz Kraft, a 10-year veteran of NFL officiating, manager of a medical and hospital equipment company in Rochester, New York. This is Jay Randolph with Al DeRogatis. The teams being introduced down below. The Dallas Cowboys have won the toss. They're going to receive. We'll introduce to you their offensive alignment. The wide receiver is Bob Hayes, 5'11", Florida A&M. At left tackle, Ralph Neely, 6'6", from Oklahoma. The left guard is John Nyland from Iowa, 6'3", 245. Out over the ball will be Dave Manders at center, 6'2", 250 from Michigan State. At right guard, Blaine Nye from Stanford, 6'4", 251. The right tackle from Little Fort Valley State of Georgia, Rayfield Wright, 6'6", 215. The tight ends, and we say ends because they'll rotate with the offensive plays from Tom Landry from the Cowboy bench. Pettis Norman, 6'3", 220 from J.C. Smith. Mike Ditka, 6'3", 225 from Pittsburgh. The running backs, Dwayne Thomas, 6'1", 220, West Texas State. Walt Garrison, 6 feet tall, 205 from Oklahoma State. The other wide receiver is Reggie Rucker, 6'2", 190 from Boston. The tri-captains for each club meeting with the officials now at the 50-yard line. And the quarterback, of course, for Dallas, the man who completes the offense for them, 6'4", 214 from California, Craig Morton. Defensively, the Colts stack up this way. Bubba Smith at left end, 6'7", 295, Michigan State. At left tackle, Billy Ray Smith from Arkansas, 6'4", and 250. The right tackle is Fred Miller, 6'3", 250 from LSU. And the right end from Jackson State is Roy Hilton, 6'6", and 240 pounds. The linebackers, Ray May on the left side from Southern Cal, 6'1", and 230. Ted Hendricks on the right side, a Miamian, 6'7", 215. Mike Curtis, 6'2", 232 from Duke, the middle linebacker. The corners are Charlie Stoops on the left side from Maryland State. Jim Duncan on the right side from Maryland State. Rich Volk is at right safety from Michigan, 6'3", and 195 pounds. Jerry Logan, 6'1", 190 from West Texas State on the left side. This 5th NFL Super Bowl game being carried on 510 television stations, 720 radio outlets, including the live TV coverage to Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Mexico, many places around the world. The fans have dispersed, and we're just about ready for Super Bowl V. The Cowboys in their blue jerseys, the metallic blue pants, and their metallic blue headgear with the star on the headgear. The Baltimore Colts in white. Jim O'Brien will boot the ball right to left. Calvin Hill and Mark Washington back to the left to receive. Here is the kick. Against the wind, coming up short, it's Calvin Hill across the 15, 20, out to the 24-yard line. At the 24. He's upended by Jack Maitland, a rookie from Williams, in on the specialty unit. Maitland 6'1" and 210 pounds. Dallas will be going on offense. They'll move the ball from their own 24-yard line. The ball 20 yards in from the far side. They'll come out of the huddle left to right with sideline to their left, open field to the right. Coming wide to the right is Reggie Rucker. Bob Hayes set in the slot right. And now to shift. Craig Morton calls the signal. Morton handing off to Walt Garrison. Garrison over his own left guard, crossing the 25-yard line. As he got to the 26, he was met by the right linebacker, Ted Hendricks, and the right end of the Colts, Roy Hilton.
The Baltimore Colts are playing a four-man defense, playing the Dallas Cowboys for a running game. They're stacking their linebackers. Ray May moving to the inside. Mike Curtis a little bit off to the right.
Second down and 8. From the 26, Morton wants to throw the football, swings it out, complete to Dwayne Thomas. And Thomas crosses the 30-yard line. He's shy of the first down by about 2 as Mike Curtis, the middle linebacker, along with Ray May, there to make the stop. May on the left side, Curtis the middle linebacker. A very quick linebacking core for the Colts. Hendricks and May often flip-flop.
And, Jay, that's the kind of pass we'll probably see Morton throwing a lot of. The Baltimore Colts like to drop that linebacker's core, that little circle pattern, very effective.
It's third down and 2 from the 32-yard line. Again, it's Rucker and Hayes set right. Morton wants to put it up. He's throwing long for Bob Hayes. Doesn't do it. And the pass was almost intercepted. Morton got dumped pretty good. Coming in, Bubba Smith. Jerry Logan covering for the Baltimore Colts against Bullet Bob Hayes. A punting situation coming up. Ron Whitby is the punter for the Dallas Cowboys, a 3-year man from Tennessee. Ron Gardine going back along with Jerry Logan. Gardine averaging 11.8 on his punt returns during the regular season. Whitby back at the 20. The boot is away. A high spiral. Angled to the far sideline. It is gathered in with a fair catch at the 26-yard line by Gardine. And the Baltimore Colts under John Unitas set to go offensively.
And you know, these early series, Jay, are always important. One team would love to get that football moving. Morton threw a long pass. He was hit by Bubba, as Jay Randolph called it. He called three pretty good plays. Let's see what John Unitas comes up with on his first series.
A 43-yard punt by Whitby. Unitas looking at the Dallas defense, the doomsday defense, and Unitas on the first play, giving it to Norm Bulash. Bulash trying to go outside to his left, hit by Leroy Jordan along the 30-yard line. Jordan had some help from Charlie Waters. You have Larry Cole at left end, Jeff Ropew at left tackle, Bob Lilly at right tackle, and George Andre at right end for the Cowboys. Wide receivers Eddie Hinton and Roy Jefferson for Baltimore. The tight end is John Mackey. Unitas with Nowatzki and Bulash. Second down and 6 from the 30. Sideline left. Open field to the right. Again, it's Bulash. And he's in trouble. He goes down back at the 26-yard line. Herb Adderley coming over from his left corner spot to make the play.
John Unitas is going to have to be able to cope with that flexed defensive line. When we refer to a flex, you'll see Bob Lilly play about a yard off the line, maybe Jethro Pugh a yard off the line. And what they're doing is they're reading the quarterback. They'll pick up the flow of the action. It's probably better to throw on first down against the Cowboys than try to run.
Eddie Hinton comes wide to the left side. Roy Jefferson is slotted to the left side. It is third down and 11 from the 25. The Colts, Johnny Unitas wants to throw. Over the middle, a pass is complete. Tight end John Mackey has it, and he's horse-collared right at the 30-yard line. Leroy Jordan, the middle linebacker of the Cowboys, making the play. And this will bring up a Colts punting situation as David Lee, one of the premier punters in the game, is on.
A very inspired first defensive series for the Dallas Cowboys. They were near perfect.
Renfro and Hayes are set deep to the left as we have 11 minutes to play. First quarter, no score, the Super Bowl V from Miami. David Lee And a pretty good rush put on. His kick is away. It is taken by Hayes, and Hayes is hit down at the 37-yard line. Coming downfield to make the play, Tom Good. There's timeout on the field. In the first quarter, the score, Dallas nothing, Baltimore nothing.
This is Joe Garishio. Football is a team sport, and no team can put together a winning season without teamwork. And right now, the Dodge boys are putting together a different kind of winner with their Dart Swinger Automatic. Buy a specially equipped Dart Swinger hardtop, and Dodge throws in the automatic transmission at no extra charge. Now, that's up to $190 off the sticker price. Right now, you can get a specially equipped Dart Swinger Automatic with the automatic transmission at no extra cost. Dart Swinger has great engineering features like torsion bar suspension and unibody construction. So with a story like this, it's no wonder that today more people drive Dodge Dart than any other compact in America. Dart Swinger Automatic, one of Dodge's most consistent winners. See and drive a Dart Swinger Automatic today at your nearby Dodge Boys showroom.
It's the first quarter here at the Super Bowl, 10:46 to go. Al DeRogatis along with Jay Randolph. The score is 0-0, and Jay, the 35-yard punt, gave the Cowboys great field position.
They operate 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Dwayne Thomas slanting over the left side, out to the 37. He was stifled by Mike Curtis, along with Billy Ray Smith.
Jay, we talk about defense. Now, there was a great defensive play. The entire front four of the Baltimore Colts went with that quick pitch to the left side. The middle linebacker, Mike Curtis, was also over there. They're reading very well. We'll probably see the team go to short passes or possibly a screen, trying to screen against Bubba.
Hardly any gain at all. Let's call it 2nd down and 10. The handoff this time going to Dwayne Thomas. Again, he moves over the left side, and he's out near the 40-yard line. Again, it's Mike Curtis there to make the stop for Baltimore. The gain is out to the 40-yard line. Dan Reeves coming on into the backfield to replace Dwayne Thomas. So we now have Walt Garrison and Dan Reeves. Reeves, the player coach, a 6-year veteran from South Carolina. One of the running backs. Pettis Norman is the tight end as Norman and Ditka rotate with the plays from Tom Landry. 3rd and 7. The Baltimore Colts on defense. Dallas from their own 40-yard line. Morton in trouble, trying to throw, and finally pulled down by Roy Hilton. Hilton pulled him down, and they'll place it back at the 38-yard line.
And credit goes to the Baltimore Colts secondary. Craig Morton had great blocking. He stepped up into the pocket. He pumped once, he pumped twice, and then he was forced to eat the football.
And another punting situation for Dallas. Ron Whitby. Whitby averaged 41.3 during the regular season. Ron Gardine, the deep back, set downfield to the right. A squib kick off to the right side, taken by the short man coming downfield, Jerry Logan. Logan back across the 30-yard line. Penalty marker goes down at the 32-yard line. The tackle made by D.D. Lewis for the Dallas Cowboys. And we have the first penalty marker thrown by the officials. 9:05 left to play. We're in the first quarter at Miami's Orange Bowl, the Super Bowl game of 1971. And the penalty goes against the Dallas Cowboys. It puts the ball up at the Colts 47-yard line, and the indication personal foul against Dallas.
Johnny Unitas liked to take advantage of the breaks, and this was a big break. They've got great field position. Roy Jefferson could make it very exciting on the right side.
And Jefferson is wide to the right. Eddie Hinton set out to the left side. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Unitas to throw. He throws almost. It is intercepted. Chuck Halley at the 35, back up over the 40, 45, midfield. And Halley bumped out of bounds down at the 46-yard line for the man who threw the pass, Johnny Unitas. The first tremendous play of this first half.
And as we were talking in the car coming to this football game, Jay, we said number 54, Chuck Halley, one of the underrated linebackers in all of football. John Unitas, by the way, has been intercepted a great deal this year, 14 times. Morton, as I recall, only 7 times. A very big play, great field position for the Cowboys.
A 19-yard run back by Howley, too. Well, after he made the great play to get the ball, got back up and then returned it downfield. 1st and 10. The Cowboys at the Colts 46. In motion to the near side comes Reggie Rucker. The handoff going to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas over the left side again, and he gets down to about the 44-yard line before Fred Miller made contact. Miller at right tackle for Baltimore.
Interesting, early in the football game, we noticed that John Unitas is holding his passing hand, so that could be a big play. And let's not forget that that number 2 man, Earl Morrow, is the fellow that was the most valuable player when he led this team to the last Super Bowl.
2nd down and 8. The ball just inside the Baltimore 45. Morton wants to throw. Got lots of time over the middle, incomplete. Looked like he was trying to set up a screen to the left side. A little extracurricular activity along the 45. Bubba Smith with a big rush for the Colts. Walt Garrison, the intended receiver.
To come back with the screen again might not be too bad an idea. Into the football game, Dennis Holman has gone in. There's also been another switch in the backfield. Dan Reeves, number 30, is in.
And it'll be 3rd down, 8. The ball on the 45-yard line of the Colts. The Cowboys in possession. Reggie Rucker goes wide to the left. Dennis Holman has just come in, and Reeves now deploys out to the right side. And now in motion, Hayes to the right. And now the pass for Hayes, underthrown. And a penalty marker down back at the 46-yard line. Greg Morton trying to go to Bob Hayes to the right side. The pass incomplete, stopping the clock with 8:04 left to play. First quarter, we have no score. And the discussion now on the penalty. Baltimore, the Colts, winners of the AFC crown. Playing in the Eastern Division of the AFC. They beat Oakland 27-17 back on January 3rd to move into this game. Here's the penalty against Dallas. Puts it back at the Cowboys' 31-yard line, holding.
Second big penalty against the Dallas Cowboys. They were in great field position, and they've got an awful long way to go now for that first down. Jay, the Cowboys have shown maybe 3, 4, 5 different offensive sets already. They're trying to figure what the Colts will do. The Baltimore team has stayed pretty much in that 4-man front. They're stacking their linebackers. They're putting one behind the tackle, another behind the guard.
It is 3rd down and 33, and the handoff to Walt Garrison on a little delay over the left side, and Garrison out over the 40-yard line. He is stopped by Ted Hendricks, the right linebacker. They're going to place it down at the 42-yard line, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there, Jay, is an indication of how close this football game is going to be played. Tom Landry knew that he had to put it way up top, and rather than gambling on the interception, he came with the draw.
Ron Whitby again on to do the punting. The line of scrimmage, the 42. Whitby back at the 30. Booming it downfield. Gardine is down there, and he's got it to 10. Fumble! And a ball up at the 8-yard line. Dallas has the football. The Dallas Cowboys have recovered inside the 10-yard line. And as Aldi Logatis and I talked earlier, the kicking game is so vital. In underneath the pile, Cliff Harris, 43, along with Steve Kiner, number 60. The two of them in underneath, a 50-yard punt, the muff by Gardine, and the ball to the Cowboys.
Two big breaks so far for the Baltimore team. Now it'll be interesting to see whether or not Morton keeps the ball on the ground. He may try to hit Hayes quick.
And Hayes is wide to the left. They shift out of the I formation. Mike Ditka on the right side. A handoff goes to Dwayne Thomas. He gets to the 5. At the 5-yard line, he's met by 3 of the Baltimore Colts, led by Charlie Stoops. Bubba Smith and Billy Ray Smith also there. They place the ball just outside the 5-yard line. We have 6 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. First quarter, no score. Dallas threatens.
Probably if you were to attack the Baltimore Colts, you would try to go at Billy Ray Smith and Fred Miller in the middle. Their two defensive ends are huge people, tough to run at.
Wide to the right, Rucker. Hayes in the slot right. A hand handoff going to Dwayne Thomas. Nothing there. Ted Hendricks made a big play coming up from the right side. He's the linebacker. He's a Miamian, 6'7", 215. They call him the Mad Stork, a second-year man. And the stop made for a loss as they placed the ball down at the 6.
And on that play, Reggie Rucker, number 88, was sent to the right side with Bob Hayes, number 22. That meant that Charlie Stoops and Jerry Logan would have had to have covered. They went on a simple pattern to the outside. It looked like that crossing pattern, or they could have beaten Stoops short.
Reeves now with Garrison, one of the running backs. Morton fades to pass. He throws, and it is incomplete. The pass was intended on the near side for Reggie Rucker. Rucker in the clear. The pass overthrown. We now pause 10 seconds for station identification. The place kicker for the Cowboys, Mike Clark, an 8-year veteran from Texas A&M, on to attempt the field goal from the 14-yard line out of the hold of Dan Reeves. The ball is down. There is the boot. It is up, and it is good. A timeout on the field. We're in the first quarter. The score, the Dallas Cowboys 3, the Baltimore Colts nothing.
You don't have to be an automotive expert like Andy Granatelli to know what traffic's like these days. But winter traffic poses a special problem for your car's engine. Let's hear what Andy has to say.
Most people know if their engine's well-tuned in winter, it'll start faster and easier. But a lot of people don't realize that every time they get stuck in a really miserable winter traffic jam, they go a long way towards untuning their engine. And let's not kid anybody. Traffic's getting worse. That's why our STP gasoline treatment had to get better. Now, when you add it to your gas, it helps clean your spark plugs better, clean your carburetor better, so you'll help clean and tune your engine as you drive.
Help your car start easier and faster all winter long. Help clean and tune your engine as you drive with new improved STP gasoline treatment. Ask for it at your service station. New improved STP gasoline treatment. You'll feel the difference.
All right, set to go. It will be Mike Clark to boot the ball left to right with Ron Gardine and Jim Duncan back. Duncan averaging better than 35 yards per return. A very short kick. And coming up to take it is Duncan. He's across the 20, 25, 30, 35 to the 36-yard line. Jim Duncan, an exciting footballer for the Colts. The tackle made by Mark Washington, a rookie. And the ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Baltimore to operate from there.
And in this kind of a football game, Jay, we've got to watch the turnovers. 2 turnovers, 1 fumble, 1 interception, both going to the Dallas Cowboys.
Duncan credited with a 21-yard return. Neither team has made a first down. Norm Boulash, right side, and Bob Lilly, the right tackle of the Cowboys, wrapped him up between the 35 and 36-yard line. Let's call it at the 36.
Jay, we've been talking about that flex defensive line. Now, there's an indication of it. Bob Lilly playing off the line, reading the play, going with the flow, great pursuit. The Cowboys are great against the run on first down. They play run. The Colts will have to start throwing on first down.
Second down, 10. The Colts from their own 36. Sideline to the right. Open field to the left. Unitas gives off. Over the 45 as he went over right guard. Or over the 40, I should say. It was Nowatzki and not Boulash. Tom Nowatzki carrying it for the first time this afternoon. He'll spot the ball at the 43-yard line. George Andre, the big right end of the Cowboys, made the tackle. We have Larry Cole, Jethro Pugh, Bob Lilly, and George Andre up front for the Cowboys. Chuck Howley and Dave Edwards along with Leroy Jordan, the linebackers. Herb Adderley, Cornell Green, and Charlie Waters, and Mel Renfro in the secondary. Third down, 3, Baltimore. Their own 43. In motion, Jefferson to the near side. And the handoff went to Boulash, and he does not have the first down. He tried the right side, piled up between the 44 and 45-yard line. Leading the way, Larry Cole at left end, and Leroy Jordan, the middle linebacker, for Dallas. 3.5 minutes to play, first quarter. The Cowboys lead the Colts 3-0, Super Bowl V. Renfro and Hayes have dropped back to the lefty. David Lee on to do the punting once more for Baltimore. Lee hangs one high this time. A tremendous punt. They call for a fair catch. Let it go, and it's going to be down. Let's see where. Pounded up. Did it go into the end zone? Touchback, they rule it. It did bound into the end zone. Tom Maxwell for the Baltimore Colts was back there, and Al, it was almost down at about the 2.
Right, Tom Maxwell had it. He tried to ground it. He could have hit it back.
Well, there's a timeout on the field. We're in the first quarter, 3:04 left, and it's the Cowboys 3, the Colts nothing. And now, right now, is a good time to get behind a very special cigar, a long, slender Antonio and Cleopatra Grenadier. When you smoke a Grenadier, the first thing you notice is the remarkably mild taste. But mildness is not all you get from a Grenadier. You also get flavor, full, rich flavor. In fact, this combination of mild taste and full flavor is what makes an A&C Grenadier so special. And you won't find it in any other brand, you know, because Grenadiers have A&C's unique blend of choice domestic and imported cigar tobaccos. That's why so many men who know their cigars prefer Grenadiers. Grenadiers are available with light or dark natural cured wrappers. Either way, you know you can't go wrong. They both taste great and they look great. It's no wonder so many cigar smokers are buying so many Grenadiers. Get behind an A&C Grenadier yourself. You'll be ahead by far.
Jay, a big series right now coming up for the Baltimore Colts. Their defense has just been superb. We've been talking about the way that line of Dallas has been playing. Well, these boys up front did a great job in stopping that Dallas Cowboy big break. But here is a series with a momentum of a football game, and 3:04 now remaining in the first quarter. Both teams are obviously loosened up, and this is the time when an offensive team generally begins to move.
A 56-yard punt for David Lee. The Cowboys, the I formation from their own 20-yard line. The shift out, and Hayes goes wide to the left. Craig Morton calling the plays. In motion now to the left side, Reggie Rucker. Handoff to Walt Garrison. Breaks through over the right side. Got out to the 25-yard line. Jerry Logan, the left safety, making the play. Let's take a look at the Colts defensively with Bubba Smith, Billy Ray Smith, Fred Miller, and Roy Hilton up front. Hendricks, May, and Curtis are the linebackers. Stoops, Logan, Rick Polk, and Jim Duncan in the secondary.
You know, Jay, that was a great play by the Dallas Cowboys. The defense for the first time was now overshifted to the strong side. The Dallas Cowboys ran at the strength of the defense and were able to penetrate.
Second down and 5. The Cowboys from their own 25-yard line. In motion coming to the near side, it's Dwayne Thomas. Walt Garrison out for the first down over the 30-yard line. Got to the 31 before Fred Miller at right tackle made the stop for the Colts. A first down for the Dallas Cowboys, the first down in this game.
And that's scouting, Jay. That's what scouting does for you. It was a draw play. They figured Bubba would read the draw very well. Bubba closed. The back took it to the outside. Great call, fine execution.
The ball 20 yards in from the near sideline. Reggie Rucker wide to the left side. The shift again out of the eye and set out to the left. Bob Hayes also. And a sweep to the right side with Dwayne Thomas carrying the football. He spun out of bounds at the 34 by Ted Hendricks. Hendricks, who was born in Guatemala City, Guatemala back in 1947, but is a Miamian. He attended Hialeah High. 6'7", 215. Dan Reeves now coming on for the Cowboys at a running back spot with Walt Garrison. Ditka's now the tight end as he and Norman continue to rotate. Up front, Rayfield right, Blaine Nye, Dave Manders at center, Nyland and Neely. Hayes and Rucker, the wide receivers. Craig Morton, the quarterback. It is second down, 6. The Cowboys from their own 34. Morton wants to throw. Swings it out to the left side. Reeves got a block 35. Cuts back to the middle. Comes to the near side, 40. Up to the 45. Still on his feet. And he gets to the 47-yard line. Charlie Stoops, finally credited with making the stop on the Cowboys player coach. First down, Dallas at their own 47.
Again, just great execution, Jay. That little fake in the backfield, holding the linebackers, Reeves rolling to that outside. The fellows kind of flowing to the outside, and there was a great block, by the way, by Nyland. Dave Manders pulling to that left side, and Reeves very wisely hit behind it. Good call, good execution.
55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. A 14-yard field goal by the Cowboys. Mike Clark. That's the score, 3-0. Morton wants to throw. He's going long to Hayes on the near sideline. Hayes stops the 15. Made the catch right over Charlie Stoops. Jerry Logan makes the tackle. And we've got 5 play down at the 15-yard line. Hayes is in it with Logan. A 38-yard pass play.
And really, the argument revolved around the way Bob Hayes covered that pass, and he did a beautiful job, by the way. He slowed up just enough to stop Charlie Stoops. There was a penalty because on that last play, Craig Morton was also hit very hard after he released the pass. Big play, big play.
And the unnecessary roughness call against the Baltimore Colts after the 38-yard pass play gives the Dallas Cowboys the football at the 6-yard line of the Colts. Now the 2 tight ends are both in for the Cowboys. Dennis Norman and Mike Ditka as Reggie Rucker is out. First down, goal to go, the Cowboys at the Colts 6-yard line. Craig Morton at the controls. Morton wants to throw. He looks to the far sideline. His pass is batted down. He had a man in the clear. Wayne Thomas on the left side with a blocker, Ralph Neely in front of him. But the pass batted down. A very big play. Roy Hilton came in from the right end spot.
Once again, there's the effect of play action. That play action froze the linebackers completely. They figured with the 2 tight ends, you were going to see run. Craig Morton came with the pass.
Hayes is coming out. Calvin Hill comes in. Cowboys have 12 men on the field, and now Ditka comes out. Reggie Rucker is there. It is second down, goal to go at the 6. Cowboys threatening. Handoff goes to Wayne Thomas. Thomas trying to go left, get outside, but he's spun down at the 7-yard line. Roy Hilton and Ted Hendricks doing a fine job for the Colts on the right side. And they place it down at the 8-yard line where it'll be third and goal to go.
And you'll recall in virtually the same situation with a little less room to the right, they tried to beat Charlie Stoops on that down and out. Now, it could well be, and Dwayne Thomas is coming out of the football game, Calvin Hills, there's the quarter, we'll get back to that.
And coming off as Thomas came off, Al, he came off limping just a bit. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. The score, the Dallas Cowboys 3, the Baltimore Colts nothing.
Number 3 ambulance, go to 1437 Main Street. 1437 Main, emergency status.
An ambulance, one vehicle that must be kept ready for action 24 hours a day in all kinds of weather. And the National Ambulance Service of Rochester, New York, one of the nation's largest ambulance companies, can't afford to take chances. So they keep their fleet emergency ready with STP oil treatment. National Ambulance has found from experience that STP protects vital engine parts better than ordinary motor oil alone. STP provides the extra lubrication engines need to fight heat, friction, and wear to keep running smoother, quieter, longer. Take it from the men whose vehicles have to run razor sharp. Have your service station add a can of STP oil treatment to your car's engine. STP is a razor's edge.
The score is 3-0. The first quarter of the Super Bowl V game is just over. Al DeRogatis along with Jay Randolph. Jay, just a quick recap of stats in the first quarter because I think it is significant. 3 first downs for Dallas, none for the Baltimore Colts. 2 passes completed out of 5 attempts from Morton for 59 yards. Johnny Unitas has only thrown 2 passes. One of them was intercepted. One was completed. 28 yards rushing by Dallas. 8 yards for the Baltimore Colts. A very tough defensive first quarter.
And Al, a very big play coming up here. Third down, goal to go. The ball at the 8-yard line. The Cowboys out of the huddle, up over the ball they come. Bob Hayes goes wide to the right. Craig Morton wants to throw. Looks over the middle. Has time. Hits. Throws. Incomplete. Penalty marker down. Robert Smith was in on the play along with Billy Ray Smith. Billy Ray put him down as Morton could not find anybody in the clear. Baltimore doing a good job defending the situation. Now, my guess is that they may have been calling him for grounding, but we'll wait and see.
I'm pretty sure you're right. The field goal attempt will be made, at least will be attempted anyhow, from the 23-yard line. And again, Jay, just tremendous credit to this Baltimore Colts defensive unit. The middle is looping so extremely well. Fred Miller and Billy Ray Smith do a lot of gaming in that middle of the defensive line.
All right, the penalty for intentional grounding charged against Morton and the Cowboys puts it back at the 23. The field goal attempt will come from the 30. Mike Clark, who kicked a 14-yarder in the first period, attempting. Penalty marker goes down. The kick is up, and it goes through from the hold of Dan Reeves. Now they'll discuss the penalty. Offsides against the Baltimore Colts. It's reviewed, and 3 more points for the Dallas Cowboys. So in the opening 8 seconds of the second quarter, the Cowboys get their second field goal. And now down to the field, and Bill Ennis.
It is right knee, but he has been running here at the bench. We checked with the trainer. He should be all right. Should be back in action shortly. Back up to you.
All right, you heard Bill Ennis talking about Dwayne Thomas. As we told you, Dwayne came off limping a moment ago. Bill Ennis, NBC's man on the field here in Miami's Orange Bowl, bringing us up to date on the situation. It'll be Mike Clark to boot the ball right to left. We have Jim Duncan and Ron Gardine for Baltimore set to receive left. The Cowboys lead 6-0. We're in the opening moments of the second period. Clark comes to the football. Here's the boot. Long and end over end. It is taken by Jim Duncan. Out over the 5, 10, 15, 20. Still on his feet. Up down hard at the 25-yard line. Coming in to make the stop, Braxton Welch, and Baltimore to go from their own 25-yard line.
Before a football game, we talked to Coach Tom Landry about big moments. And when I was thinking about big moments, it was a moment like this. Your team is now down 6-0. You have not made a first down. You have not moved. The defensive team is beating you. Now it's time for your team to get going.
Johnny Unitas at quarterback. Roy Jefferson set to the right side. Unitas throwing on first down. It's almost intercepted. The pass at the 35-yard line. And Dave Edwards was the man there who almost intercepted. The pass appeared to be intended for Ed Hinton.
Right, he's throwing into a crowd. Now, John is not reading this defense as well as Unitas generally does. On that play, his tight end, John Mackey, and he uses Mackey very effectively, was wide open. I would not be at all surprised to see Unitas come back to Mackey.
Baltimore yet to gain a first down. They're down 6-0. Hinton to the left side. Jefferson set out right. Second down, 10 from the 25. Unitas out to the right side to Roy Jefferson. The pass right at the shoe tops, thrown low, and Jefferson couldn't hold on. Howley covering over in the area for the Cowboys. We have 14 minutes, 21 seconds left to play in the first half. The Dallas Cowboys leading the Baltimore Colts 6-0. 2 field goals from the toe of the Cowboys' Mike Clark. And we hope wherever you are this afternoon, or as we said, maybe it is an afternoon where you're listening, we hope you're enjoying it wherever you are. All right, here come the Baltimore Colts on 3rd and 10 from their own 25. Hitting to the left side. Jefferson to the right. Unitas wanting to throw. Throwing, and it is... It's going to be a touchdown for Mackey, 75 yards.
That's right. This is going to be a play that we talked about for a long, long time. John again threw into the crowd. Now let's take a look at it. He's making it. He made a big play of this one. We have an opportunity to see it also. But it did look like it was deflected.
Well, an exciting moment for the Baltimore Colts. John Mackey goes 75 yards for the United pass. The Cowboys secondary people complaining that there was illegal touching. The point after coming, Earl Morrill to hold, Jim O'Brien. to attempt the PAT. The ball is down. It is blocked. It is blocked. Mark Washington for the Dallas Cowboys came in to block it. And there's a timeout on the field. Here in the second quarter, the score. The Dallas Cowboys 6, the Baltimore Colts 6. Roy Pan tips, you know, are the slim cigarillo-sized Roy Pan cigars with a soft plastic tip. The big news about these stylish cigars is that they now come in flavors. Of course, you can still get them with a regular cigar taste, but flavors are the big news. You can choose cherry-flavored Roy Tan tips. When you open a pack, you'll like the rich, pleasant cherry aroma, and when you light up, you'll experience a really new and satisfying cigar taste. They're light and flavorful. And if you're looking for the convenience and taste of a cigar, but you like the pleasant aromatic fragrance too, then aromatic Roy Tan tips will suit you just fine. And that's not all. If you go for menthol, you'll find that menthol Roy Tan tips will fill the bill. You'll enjoy a cool menthol taste with just a touch of mint. Roy Tan tips, cigars that offer you a choice. Cherry, aromatic, menthol, or regular from American Cigar.
And that was Jim O'Brien's third miss of the year. 2 were blocked. This one was also blocked, and the other was shanked. 3 misses over a course of a year. Not many, but, Jay, that was a big one.
It certainly was. We have 6-6 on the board here at Miami's Orange Bowl. Super Bowl V, the Colts and the Cowboys. 14-10 remaining in the first half. And now there will be a lot of talk and a lot of look at that 75-yard pass Unitas to Mackey. Jim O'Brien set to move the ball left to right. Downfield, we have Calvin Hill and Mark Washington. A short kick, bounding though, down into the end zone. Calvin Hill, and he's not going to come out. The touchback, and the Cowboys will play it from the 20-yard line.
Well, this is getting exciting, as we expected it would be. Again, the momentum is switched both times. Another big series coming up, and I guess, Jay, every series is a big one. If I had to say where the breaks might be, we'd have to lean a little bit to the Dallas Cowboys with those 2 turnovers, but you have to also feel, with the great coverage on that big touchdown to Mackey, that a big break went to the Colts.
And it's Dallas operating from their own 20-yard line. The handoff goes to Dwayne Thomas, and he's hit and hit hard behind the line of scrimmage. Ray May, the left linebacker for Don McCafferty's Colts, a punishing tackler from Southern Cal in his 4th year, very quick, 6'1" and 230, making the stop. Loss of just about a yard. Placed it at the 19.
We'll find that the Baltimore Colts use their tight end Mackey much more than the Dallas Cowboys will use either Ditka or Pettis Norman. He prefers to go to his wide receivers or someone out of the backfield.
Rucker and Hayes both to the right side. Morton wants to throw. Over the middle, incomplete. The pass was intended for Mike Ditka, the tight end, who had slipped down over the middle. Bubba Smith put on a big rush against Craig Morton.
Rayfield Wright, Jay, is going to have to really move in on Bubba. He's taking a step back. Bubba's giving him a good move to the outside, beating him. It's been a one-on-one situation. Morton more than likely will have to hold it back in. They've got to stop Bubba's rush, or that passing game is in trouble.
Al Bubba said he didn't need any motivation psychologically. It was strictly a matter of money here today for him. Third down at 12. Cowboys from the 18. And it's a pass that goes incomplete from Morton out to Walt Garrison on the right side. And it hit Garrison right in the hands, but he couldn't hold on at the 20. Mike Curtis coming up to cover on the play. 13 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first half. The score tied 6-6.
A very big punt coming up. Ron Gardine, a great punt returner, is back. Ron Whitby will be kicking to him. He'll probably try to put it as high as he can to prevent this man from running it back. But, Jay, you can get a score here in a hurry with Gardine.
And Whitby gets it away. And it's a fine kick, spiraling upfield. Gardine has it, goes to the far side, tries to spin away, but a very sure tackle at the 38-yard line by Mark Washington, the rookie from Morgan State. 44-yard punt. There's a timeout on the field. Here in the second quarter, the score, the Baltimore Colts 6, the Dallas Cowboys 6.
Los Angeles International Airport, where a plane lands and takes off almost every 30 seconds. Handling this tremendous volume of air traffic keeps service vehicles busy. Commissary trucks delivering meals. Tractors towing planes. Freight loaders, baggage handlers, mobile boarding stairs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they've got to be in service. That's why the men at Airway Equipment Company, the men who rent and maintain these vehicles, use STP oil treatment. They know STP helps all engines run smoother, quieter, longer, because STP lubricates better than ordinary motor oil alone. Provides the extra lubrication any engine needs to stand up to heat, friction, and wear. Have your service station add STP to your car's engine and run racer sharp.
SUPERBOWL V here in Miami, 13:06 to go. 6 for the Colts, 6 for the Cowboys. Al DeRogatis with Jay Randolph. And Jay, we figured it would be exciting. We figured both teams would handle the pressure. Two defensive teams doing an outstanding job.
I'm glad we came, Al.
I am too.
1st and 10 to go. The Colts, activity at the line of scrimmage. Bob Vogel and George Andre. Vogel for the Colts, Andre for the Cowboys. Contact, and let's see how the officials saw it. Our referee this afternoon, a veteran crew, leading this crew, is Norm Schachter. And it goes against Baltimore, illegal procedure, putting it back in the Colt 33.
Now, Jay, John Unitas was going to pass on that play. Bob Vogel was setting up to come with the pass. Now, let's see whether John goes with the pass or whether possibly fakes pass and goes with the draw.
Hinton set to the left side, Jefferson to the right. 1st and 15 from the 33. Baltimore's football, a handoff going to Bulash. Bulash gets to the 35-yard line, trying to go outside his left tackle. Chuck Howley, the right linebacker for the Cowboys. Cornell Green also there, along with Jethro Pugh.
Jay, I'll tell you, those boys are not playing patty cake out there. They're really popping, both teams. You might look for a screen pass from the Baltimore Colts, and if they were to come with a screen, Jay, that draw fake works very effectively with a quick screen.
2nd down and 13. Baltimore from their own 35-yard line. Bulash getting the call again, and he got about a yard, and that's all. Bulash trying to go up the middle against this Dallas Doomsday defense. We'll place the ball at the 37, actually, where Jethro Pugh, the big giant at left tackle, he was a windfall, a number 11 draft choice in 1965, 6'6", 260, from Elizabeth City, state of North Carolina. It is 3rd down, we'll call it 12. Baltimore has gained only 11 yards on the ground so far in the proceedings here this afternoon. And Unitas is going to throw. Goes to the far sideline, and the pass overthrown intended for Ed Hinton. Mel Renfro, one of the premier backs in the secondary in all of the NFL, covering on the play. And Andre put on a pretty good rush against Unitas.
Interesting to watch that Dallas Cowboys secondary. Mel Renfro is playing Eddie Hinton man for man. Now, that he's playing man-to-man if Eddie makes that down-and-out move. But he gets an awful lot of help from Charlie Waters on that down-and-in move.
David Lee set to do the punting as we have Renfro and Hayes back to receive. Lee bobbles the ball. He gets the punt away. It's a driving kick. Hayes across the field to the 25. Runs out of bounds up at the 33-yard line. That's the kind of kick Hayes likes to get, one of those low drivers, but he just didn't have enough field to work with. Let's pause now, 10 seconds for station identification.
This is your Guy High Agents. Join me for your kind of music, weekdays, 3 to 7, here on the fresh air sound of Radio 81, WGY Schenectady.
A 38-yard punt. The Cowboys operating from their own 33-yard line. The score tied 6-6. SUPERBOWL V, the Colts and the Cowboys. Craig Morton at quarterback. In motion to the near side, Reggie Rucker. Pitch back comes quickly to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas near the 35-yard line, going left. He was corralled by Mike Curtis, the Colts middle linebacker. Ted Hendricks also in underneath.
And the Baltimore Colts are playing the Dallas Cowboys for the run on that first down play. The linebackers are playing it tight. The secondary is playing it tight. They may do it again here. They're going to try to stop the run. Reggie Rucker, 88, could be awfully tough for Stukes on the right side.
Hendricks doing a nice job of turning those runs in. Here's Morton wanting to throw on second down. He does, and the pass is underthrown. Bob Hayes in the clear down at the 47-yard line in front of Jim Duncan. But the pass fell short from the hands of Craig Morton. Morton, the number 1 draft choice in 65 of both the Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders. He could have signed a baseball contract, but he has finally moved into the number 1 spot as he played in the shadow of Don Meredith for quite a while at Dallas. And it's 3rd down and 8.
Jay, a very, very big play.
Morton swings it out to Reeves at the 30. Reeves gets to the 35-yard line. The play was smelled out quite well by the Colts. Ray May, the left linebacker, and Mike Curtis going up the middle along with Jim Duncan. 10 minutes, 35 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. The Colts and the Cowboys 6-6.
And just taking away that 3rd down situation, a crucial situation, could be very significant.
Curtis that time going up the middle on a blitz. Penalty marker down as Whitby gets the punt away downfield. Gardine, fair catch. He gathers it in at the 22-yard line. And now we'll wait and see as there's a penalty marker, as we indicated to you, back downfield at the 30. Dallas, on the regular season, 3rd in total offense, 4th in defense. And Baltimore, 3rd in total offense and 5th in defense in their respective conferences. Offside is indicated against Dallas. And now they're trying to make a decision as whether to take the penalty or not. And they're going to take it. They'll bring it back down. And Whitby, a number 4 draft choice in 67, played at Tennessee, now in his 3rd year. He was the NCAA punting champ as a senior. He played a little basketball at one time for New Orleans in the ABA. And the ball spotted back now at the 30-yard line of the Cowboys.
And if you had a guy back there, Jay, like Ron Gardine, number 30, you'd like to give him another chance at running it. That last punt was very high. If he ever gets a low liner, he could be tough.
Whitby getting it away, back at the 20. Long spiral, Gardine again calling for a fair catch. And one of his own men coming downfield ran into it. Jack Maitland. Let's see where they're going to place it down. It's right at the 20-yard line. A timeout on the field. In the second quarter with 10:08 to play, the score. The Cowboys of Dallas 6, the Colts of Baltimore 6.
What do you look for in your station wagon?
Beauty, smart driving.
Roominess, visibility,
Well, safety for my kids.
convenience, engineering, practical options, and accessories.
Chrysler Corporation wagons give you all of them. A 1971 Dodge Coronet wagon or new Plymouth Satellite wagon offer a unique combination of features. Unibody construction, torsion air suspension, 4x8-foot load space, storage compartments and wheel wells. Beautiful enough to take you out on Saturday night. Wagons with an optional roof air deflector to keep the road dust off the rear window.
3-seat wagons with a new standard tailgate auto lock. You control the locking and unlocking from the driver's seat.
A two-way door gate that opens out for passengers.
Even with the rear window up?
Or down for easy package loading.
Extra care and engineering, extra value, extra worth. New, the 1971 wagons from Chrysler Corporation. Dodge, Plymouth, and Chrysler.
Chrysler Corporation cars. Chrysler Corporation cars.
It's 10:08 into the second quarter. We just saw a 50-yard punt, and Jay, the punting has been just superb, especially by Ron Whitby. There's 10:08, as I say. It's 6 for the Colts, 6 for the Dallas Cowboys. Al DeRogatis with Jay Randolph in very beautiful Miami.
The sun shining brightly, Al, over the famed Orange Bowl as the Colts come out of their huddle. First and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Sideline right, open field to the left. Mackey set out. To the left side, Unitas wants to throw, incomplete. The pass went through the hands of Norm Boulash. And the clock stopped with 10:03 remaining.
And Jay, there's the quick screen pass that we were talking about. It did not look like a screen. Number 54, Chuck Howley, read it just perfectly. One man was going to be leading that out of there. It was Bill Curry, number 50.
You've got Curry at center, the 7-year veteran from Georgia Tech for the Colts. Handoff goes to Bulash, swinging to the left side. He got a yard out to the 21 before Charlie Waters, the fine rookie, at weak safety, along with the right linebacker, Chuck Howley, made the play. Let's look at this Colts offense for you. Eddie Hinton and Roy Jefferson, the wide receivers. Vogel and Ressler at tackle and guard on the left side. Williams and Sullivan on the right side. Bill Curry is at center. John Mackey, the tight end. Tom Nowatzki and Norm Bulash are the running backs, with the 15-year veteran from Louisville, John Unitas, at quarterback. 3rd and 9. The Colts from their own 21. Fake draw. Unitas in trouble. Unitas makes the throw. Now running the football at the 25. Cowboys have it. Jeff Walpue has the fumble. Dallas, another break. They have the football. The 3rd big break for Dallas in this game. Chuck Howley put on a big rush, and he hit Unitas finally to cause the fumble.
And with him also was Leroy Jordan. And that defensive team is really moving. John did not want to run it. He wanted very much to put it up in the air. Pugh was there, as Jay called it, but those two tacklers really made the play.
In the second period, 9 minutes left to play. The score knotted up at 6-6. Here are the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the Colts 29-yard line. In motion to the near side, Reggie Rucker. The handoff going to Dwayne Thomas. Sweeps right to the 25. He gets inside the 24-yard line. Hit down by big Bubba Smith. Bubba, 295 pounds, a giant, the former All-American from Michigan State. Blaine Nye at right guard, doing a fine job with the block that helped to spring Thomas over the right side. They placed the ball just inside the 25-yard line.
And the tight end, Pettis Norman, now came limping off, and he's limping on the sideline. It is significant only to the extent that Tom Landry uses him as the shuttle.
Talk about Bubba Smith being a giant at 295. That's what he started the season at. He's down now to 265 as he's played through a very rugged year. Morton fades to pass to the near side. It's the 20, 15, 10. Leaves him spun out of bounds at the 7-yard line by Ray May, the player coach of the Dallas Cowboys, who had come in to replace Thomas and was handling a running back spot along with Garrison.
Tom Landry doesn't put many plays away for very long. In an earlier play, we saw a move by Reggie Rucker to the inside, and he saw Dwayne Thomas open to the outside. This time, he calls the play in. He puts Dan Reeves in, who has better hands and makes a big play.
Tom Landry wanted to get both his tight ends in here with the short yardage situations down in close, but he couldn't do it. 1st down, goal to go at the 7. Morton looks to the right side. He throws it out. It goes to Thomas. He's down and in for a touchdown. Dwayne Thomas to the right side. He got a good block from Pettis Norman, the one tight end who was over there. And the Cowboys have the first touchdown for them this afternoon.
And Jay, what a beautiful call. It was a quick screen, a one-man screen. Rayfield Wright was also moving to the outside. They had to make the one box they did, and the score.
7:53 remaining to be played in the first half. The try for the point after. Mike Clark. Holding Dan Reeves, who just made a big play a moment ago. The kick is up. It is good from Mike Clark. So here in the second period, the Cowboys have gone back out on top. The Cowboys leading 13-6, 7 minutes and 53 seconds left to play in the first half. Dallas scored first. Mike Clark, a 14-yard field goal at 5:32 of the first quarter. Then it was Clark again, a 30-yard field goal, 14:52 of the second period. Mackey on a 75-yard pass play from Unitas to get the touchdown for Baltimore. The point after by O'Brien was blocked by Washington, and now Thomas scoring for Dallas, and Clark's kick is good. Clark kicks off. It is taken by Jim Duncan at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And he's brought down out at the 38-yard line. Richmond Flowers, the fine second-year man from Tennessee, a great track star at the University of Tennessee, along with his football ability on the specialty unit, made the stop.
And as yet, we have not seen either team move away from their original game plan. So the big moment that you talk about really hasn't come as yet. Another opportunity, 7:35 to go in the second quarter for Unitas and the Colts.
The Colts from their own 38, first down and 10. The ball midway between the sideline stripes. Unitas fakes the pass. He throws, and it is intercepted. Penalty marker down. Herb Adderley came up and made the play, but it started the interference as the pass was extended for John Mackey, the tight end. Herb Adderley, the man who made the interference call. And then Leroy Jordan, who actually took the ball out of the air, found it into the air and made an interception, which now is overruled by the penalty. Roy Jefferson was the intended receiver and not Mackey. And the interference call charged to Adderley. First down at the 49-yard line of the Cowboys for the Colts. Unitas wants to throw. He does. The sideline pattern. And is complete on the near side to Roy Jefferson. Unitas flipping it out to the right sideline. Adderley knocked Jefferson out of bounds.
It was rather surprising up to this point that John did not begin to work on Herb Adderley. Herb does give you plenty of room short. He's getting good inside help from number 34, Cornell Green, who's playing at tight end. John likes to hit you short, and then he puts the fly. So 87, Jefferson can really move.
Second down and 2. The Colts down at the Cowboy 41. Hand off to Bulach. Straight ahead. Down to the 37-yard line. George Andre came in to check the ball carrier at that point. Talking about Adderley, Al, as the Colts have picked up the first down. Adderley, the 10-year veteran from Michigan State, who came from the Green Bay Packers in the Malcolm Walker trade, and he's been a big help to this secondary.
You're right, except, and he has been a very big help. He's had tremendous experience. If he's beaten, he's outperformed, excuse me.
Roy Jefferson, wide to the right. Unitas fakes, holds on, wants to throw, throwing, and it's intercepted. On the far sideline at the 15-yard line, Mel Renfro. Renfro got in front of Eddie Hinton, the second interception of the afternoon for the Cowboys. Chuck Howley made one earlier.
And Jay, we talk about not being able to read a defense. He was playing Charlie Waters. It looked like that's Unitas. Unitas was playing Charlie Waters, who was in the hole. He figured Eddie Hinton had him beat, but he did not realize that the Dallas Cowboys were zoning to that side. Mel Renfro was taking the short zone, moved to the ball. So far, the turnovers are all for the Dallas Cowboys.
6 minutes left to play in the first half. Dallas leading 13-6. Out over the ball comes Dave Manders, the Cowboys center. First and 10 for them from their own 15-yard line. Hand off to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas right over left guard, spinning through over the 15. Billy Ray Smith at left tackle. Fred Miller at right tackle, making the stop for the Baltimore Colts. Place the ball down at the, let's call it at the 17-yard line. Across the way, Earl Morrill warming up for the Baltimore Colts. It's second down, 8. The Cowboys from their own 17-yard line. The I formation, there's the shift out. Rucker comes to the left side. Hayes is set right. Handoff going to Dwayne Thomas. Sweeping left, gets to the 20. And over the 20 to the 22-yard line, Rick Polk, a 4-year man at safety from Michigan, along with Ray May, the left linebacker, make the play.
Both offensive lines moving extremely well. Blaine Nye has really come on for the Dallas Cowboys. John Nyland on that play was also leading it to the outside. It's third down, short yardage. Again, a very big play, and it could be a gambling type play, Jay. It wouldn't be at all surprising to see Tom try to gamble, possibly hit someone deep, although they're right now in very tight.
And it is third down, 3. Handoff again going to Blaine Thomas. There's a penalty marker down as Thomas again swung it out to the left side. He was upended by Mike Curtis, the middle linebacker, and Jim Duncan, the right safety, or the right cornerback. Al, word word that Johnny Unitas has an ice pack on his ribs. He has been hit a number of times in his life. He always says the quarterback should never think about injuries, and I don't. But he was really hit and hit hard a few moments ago by Mr. Andre of the Cowboys.
Earl Morrall came in, and I'm sure the fans will recall, he came in against the New York Jets and had an outstanding day, well over 300 yards passing, and that day his passing was near perfect. John Unitas is irreplaceable, but if you had to replace him, it's not a bad idea to have Earl Morrall on your bench.
All right, a penalty marker on the last play, and the first down for the Dallas Cowboys on an offside up at the 28-yard line. Little pass out to Dwayne Thomas, spins to the far side, gets over the 30, and is out to the 33-yard line. Along the far sideline, he stayed in bounds as Jerry Logan at safety on the left side for the Baltimore Colts made the stop.
Again, a quick screen, and what a beautiful move. Dwayne Thomas put on Mike Curtis and on Bubba Smith. They simply overshot him. He was going downfield. He just stopped, whirled around, and took it up for a few more yards. And, Jay, another observation.
Jim Duncan and Charlie Stoops seem to be playing their people to the inside. It looks like Rucker can beat Jim Duncan to the outside.
Rucker is set to the left. Hayes set in the slot left. 2nd and 5. The Cowboys from their own 33. Morton throws it out to Rucker. Rucker gets the block. Penalty marker goes down. Rucker over the 35, the 40, up to the 43-yard line. The tackle made by Rick Vogt for Baltimore, but now they'll discuss this penalty. Referee Norm Schachter is bringing it back. 3:29 left to play in the first half. The Cowboys leading the Colts 13-6.
Jay, this is as physical a game as I've seen all year. They're really popping. It was a beautiful call, by the way, that last one. I haven't seen it. It was a one-man screen. This time they're screening to Rutger with Bob Hayes, number 22, as the principal blocker.
The penalty going against Dallas. It'll bring the ball back to the 18-yard line. The indication, pulling the face mask against the Dallas Cowboys. And you don't see offensive face masking very often, but that was it. Dan Reeves and Walt Garrison are now the running backs. Ditka at tight end. Reggie Rucker comes wide to the left. Hayes set to the right. 2nd down, 19. Morton throwing out. Complete to Reeves at the 25. He's bumped out of bounds on the far side as he got to the 29-yard line. Jerry Logan is playing a great game on the left side at safety for the Colts. He had a off-season knee operation. Comes into the game with 26 career interceptions. Let's go down to the field now to Bill Ennis.
Harmon brings the new play in. 3rd and 8 for Dallas. 2 field goals. Dwayne Thomas runs over for a touchdown with the extra point.
All right, you're listening, of course, to Kurt Gowdy for a moment there, as Bill Ennis was not set to come in for us from the field. 3:22 left to play. Fading the pass. Here's Morton, and he goes down. Way back downfield at the 17-yard line. Roy Hilton at right end, Bubba Smith at left end. They converge to make the play. All right, now let's try again. On the field, Bill Ennis.
We have a report. We checked the Baltimore bench on Johnny Unitas. He was hit very hard with an interceptor a moment ago. He has an ice pack on his ribs. He is having a little trouble breathing. He says he's all right. Earl Morrall continues to warm up. Let's go back up to you.
All right, that's the word from Bill Ennis on the bench down below as he is checked in with the Baltimore Colts. It is 4th down, 18. In the punt, Ron Whitby. Standing back, gets it away from about the 8-yard line. Gardine takes it on the run at the 45 and is spun down at the 48-yard line. Cliff Harris really clotheslined him. Steve Kiner also there for Dallas. Earl Morrall coming in, the quarterback. Baltimore, 36-yard punt, a 2-yard return. The Colts operating with Earl Morrall. 6'2", 206 from Michigan State, a 15-year veteran. Morrall fades to pass. Got time. Throwing and completing it down at the 30-yard line. Eddie Hinton made the fine catch, turned into the 25, and Mel Renfro made the stop. They'll place it at the 26-yard line. First down for Baltimore.
That was a great pass, and Morrow has still got it. He's not retreating as quickly as he used to. Just outstanding blocking up front. We'll probably see now the Dallas Cowboys looking for that pass. They'll be coming with a strong outside rush more than likely. It could be a draw.
A 26-yard pass play. First and 10 at the 26. Moore wants to throw again. Going to the far side, and incomplete, intended for Eddie Hinton. Nowatzki protecting nicely for his quarterback. Mel Renfro covering on the far sideline for Dallas. The incompleted pass stops the clock. 2:04 remaining in the first half.
And Jay, with that kind of time, and no one was near Earl Morrow, with that kind of time, it's almost impossible, even as great as Mel Renfro is at that corner, it's almost impossible for him to cover too long man-to-man on Eddie Hinton.
Out of the huddle come the Colts. Their center, Bill Curry, over the ball. Roy Jefferson to the right side. Eddie Hinton set left. Second and 10. The Colts at the Cowboy 26. Morrow throwing, complete. Down it goes to Jefferson. Roy Jefferson still on his feet as he got back up. Penalty marker down at the 5-yard line. A Cowboy is injured back at the 10. Charlie Waters, the injured Dallas Cowboy. The penalty marker was thrown at the 5-yard line. The pass went from Morrow to Jefferson. Jefferson went down as Waters made the tackle at the 10. Jefferson got back up and went to the 5. And now, the penalty against Dallas for unnecessary roughness. Puts the ball at the 2.5-yard line. First and goal to go for the Colts.
Let's remember that it was Earl Morrow who was the quarterback the day that the New York Jets won so big here in the Super Bowl, so he has a lot to remember, and so far he's remembering very well.
That was the 16-7 victory. A minute 57 remaining in the first half.
The Baltimore Colts were up to the occasion twice, forcing the Dallas Cowboys to settle for field goals. Very short yardage, and they're going against the doomsday defense.
Two linebackers in for the Cowboys in the middle, Jordan and Stinson. Two tight ends for the Colts. The handoff to Boulash, left side. He got to about the 2. Might have gotten inside the 2-yard line. Mackey and Mitchell, the two tight ends. Leading the way, Jordan, Edwards, and Stinson for the Cowboys.
And the one thing you're sure of, if you look at that defensive unit, the way they're jamming, they're not worried about Earl Morrow coming with a bootleg. Everyone is jamming the middle. The only wide man is Roy Jefferson. He's man-on-man against Adderley.
Jefferson to the right side. Second and goal to go at the 2. Morrow calls the signals. Long count. Morrow hands off. Boulash. He didn't get there. Boulash went back to the right side. Cornell Green with a very big tackle. Tom Stinsick also there. Here comes the big play to this point in the first half. The clock ticking. 55 seconds remaining in the first half. Dallas leading 13-6.
And now the obvious play looked like it would be to Roy Jefferson. However, when you're hitting in there, play action gets very tough. They can play action to Boulash and free him out into the flat.
Third down, goal to go. Earl Morrow quarterbacking the Colts. He calls on Boulash again. He didn't get it. He stopped at the 2-yard line. Dave Edwards credited with making the tackle first. Jethro Pugh also there for Dallas. Now, the Colts, are they going to go? The clock running with 20 seconds, 21 seconds actually. The Colts call timeout, Al.
And Jay, that is defensive football, and both of these teams have just been outstanding. There was no doubt Boulash hit in there as if he had a hole a mile wide, and all you saw were blue shirts coming, not only that front, that secondary, the linebackers were all jamming. Here's a big one. What would you do? It's 13 for the Dallas Cowboys. It's 6 for the Baltimore Colts. There's 21 seconds to go. Jay Randolph and Al DeRogatis at Miami's Orange Bowl, and Jay, a pretty good decision to make.
It is fourth down. Goal to go. Baltimore at the Dallas 2. Here we go. Cowboys out over the ball. Jefferson wide to the right. Earl Morrow at quarterback. Boulash and Nowatzki behind him. Fake to Nowatzki. The pass over the middle is incomplete. was intended for Tom Mitchell, the tight end. Mitchell held up just a little bit, did not get to the ball as Howley was covering for the Cowboys.
And they well might remember that play. It's 13-6. There's 16 seconds to go. The three was a chippy. It was a snap. They could have gone into the half 13-9.
16 seconds remaining on the clock. The sun shining brightly over Miami's Orange Bowl, Super Bowl V. Cowboys on the touchback operate from their own 20-yard line. Handoff going to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas over the right side, crossing the 20 to the 22. He's upended by Billy Ray Smith, along with Fred Miller, the left tackle and right tackle, respectively. The clock running, and there we are. That's the end of the first half. We're in the Orange Bowl. The score: Dallas Cowboys 13, Baltimore Colts 6.
He died to make him.
And as we listen to Anita Bryant as the halftime show continues here, as she sings the Battle Hymn of the Republic, it's a great pleasure for me to introduce a man who has done a tremendous job at the National Football League and a patriotic American in his own right, certainly, the commissioner of all of professional football, Mr. Pete Rozelle. Good afternoon, Commissioner.
Hello, Jay.
I know that you're thrilled with the show you see below. You've got to be thrilled with the coverage this afternoon as we're talking around the world right now, and you've got to be thrilled with this football game.
Well, we are. We're delighted, particularly at the coverage, to give so many people around the world the opportunity to hear our showcase, the Super Bowl. We're fortunate with the weather today, and it is a thrill, as you suggest, to look down on this packed stadium and see this spectacular patriotic scene here at halftime.
It has been the first year of the total merger, the total realignment, the National Football Conference, the American Football Conference, and it has been a most exciting year for you and every football fan.
Yes, we were fortunate. We had half the league, 13 of the 26 teams, still with a chance to reach today the Super Bowl with 1 week left in our regular season. So that certainly indicates that we had a great balanced competition this year, and I hope we're fortunate enough in the future to have something close to it.
Well, your challenges continue every day for you. You've had your hands full here with your blackout problem on television, and I know that you're thinking in the 70s about the possibility of expansion, the great growth of this game under your leadership. It'll be a continuing challenge for you and all the owners.
Well, we have a challenge every week, it seems, but we're just fortunate to have the popularity and so much interest in our sport. We hope we can keep it that way, Jay.
Well, it's a great credit to you, sir, and it's nice of you to come by and say hello this afternoon.
Thank you.
Pete Rozelle, the Commissioner of Pro Football, and we'll continue with our halftime. The score here, the Cowboys 13, the Colts 6.
I'm asked all the time about helpful hints for starting a car in winter. There's a lot of things you can do, but I think one of the most basic is just making sure your car's engine's well-tuned and winterized.
Automotive expert Andy Granatelli talks about the thing he knows best. Let's listen.
Most people figure if they have their car's engine tuned and winterized, they're safe for the winter. But what they don't realize is that every time they get stuck in a winter traffic jam, they go a long way towards untuning that engine. And you can't get away from it. Traffic's getting worse. That's why our STP gasoline treatment had to get better. Now, when you add it to your gas, it helps clean your spark plugs better, clean your carburetor better, so you help clean and tune your engine as you drive all winter long.
Help your car start easier and faster this winter. Help clean and tune your engine as you drive with new improved STP gasoline treatment. Ask for it at your service station. You'll feel the difference.
We're just about set to go to the third quarter of play. The Cowboys leading 13-6 over the Baltimore Colts. Halftime, Super Bowl V. The sun still streaming down on Miami's Orange Bowl. The temperature right around 70 degrees. It will be the Dallas Cowboys to kick off from left to right, from the west to the east. A crowd of better than 80,000 here in the Orange Bowl as we get set to go back to play. For the Colts, Ron Gardine and Jim Duncan set to the right. Mike Clark comes to the football, and we're underway. High and over end kick. It is taken by Duncan at the 7, 10, 15, 20, 25. Fumble at the 31-yard line. Dallas Cowboys recover. A big pileup. He'll tell you who has the football when they come out from under there. It looks like Claxton Welch. It made the tackle, and Harris also there. Mark Washington, who earlier blocked a point after, is credited with coming up with the football for Dallas. 1st and 10, the Cowboys at the Colts 31-yard line. Opening moment of the third quarter. Reggie Rucker, along with Bob Hayes, set right. The handoff to Thomas. Thomas goes around the left side, and he's got yardage as he crosses the 25-yard line. And Mike Curtis is credited with making the stop. We just got word that Johnny Unitas is in the Colts dressing room, being x-rayed there in regarding to that rib injury.
And what blocking by Pettis Norman and Blaine Nye. Both of them great. That play has been awfully big. That wide little pitch to the outside. Very effective.
A pickup of 7. The ball at the 24. 2nd and 3. Handoff goes to Walt Garrison. Down to the 15-yard line. The Cowboys running game doing very well. Blaine Nye at right guard. Rayfield right at right tackle. Helping out as Garrison picked up the first down before Ray May made the stop for the Colts.
Ted Hendricks has been playing the weak side, and he does play the weak side for the Baltimore Colts. Should be looking for that play that has been so effective to come at him.
1st and 10 at the 15. And off to Dwayne Thomas. Ted Hendricks, the right linebacker, makes the stop. Pick up down to the 15-yard line. Ditka coming in, Norman coming out as Tom Landry. The 46-year-old Texan who coaches the Dallas Cowboys sends in the play.
And here again, the Baltimore Colts find themselves called on once again defensively to stop it. And Jay, this is probably the biggest defensive assignment of the afternoon. 20-6 generally changes your game plan.
2nd down and 8 at the 13. Morton handing off, giving it to Walt Garrison. Garrison slithers across the 10, gets down to the 7-yard line. Ray May there to make the stop. The Colts now have both May and Grant. Grant, the extra linebacker, in there. Garrison getting the yardage, and it is going to be 3rd down and 2 at the 7.
Dallas is now beating them down in the pit where it's really tough. They came with 4 almost identical plays. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, faking both times to Dwayne Thomas, handing off to Garrison.
Reggie Rucker and Bob Hayes both set to the left side. Quick pitch comes back to Dwayne Thomas. Inside the 5. He gets down very close to the 2-yard line. A big block by Mike Ditka. 1st down to the Dallas Cowboys. We'll wait till they place the ball down. Fred Miller made the tackle at right tackle for the Colts. The ball at the 2. 1st and goal to go. Cowboys leading 13-6. 11 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, third quarter. The Super Bowl from Miami's Orange Bowl. The Colts with the 2 tight ends in. Garrison, Thomas, and Hill also in as Hayes and Rucker are out. Full house backfield, handoff to Thomas, and he didn't get in. Fumble. And it's Baltimore's ball at the 1-yard line. In underneath the pile, Billy Ray Smith along with Jim Duncan. And Mike Ditka is very upset on the play. Down underneath. Morton has the word to say to one of the officials. But the Baltimore Colts have the football at their own 1-yard line. And this is a very, very big play that just took place, needless to say, for Baltimore. Earl Morrow quarterbacking the Colts. Backed up against his own goal line. The handoff going to Norm Bullock. Pumps out to the 3-yard line. George Andre at right end for the Cowboys. There to make the play, along with Bob Lilly.
And Jay, it's almost incredible in professional football, especially in the Super Bowl, to see that many goal line stands, that many turnovers, the mistakes, and that was the biggest one so far for the Dallas Cowboys.
wide to the right is Roy Jefferson. Hitting is set left. 2nd and 8 from the 3-yard line. The Colts hand off to Bulash. Slants across the 5-yard line. Gets out to the 7. Dave Edwards came in to snag the ball carrier at that point for the Cowboys. Let's go down to the field now and Bill Ennis.
Earl Morrow is the quarterback. As you know, Johnny Unitas has not come back out on the field. Right now, we understand from the Baltimore bench he is having his ribs x-rayed, and it is not known at this time whether he will be back or not. But right now, this ball game is in the hands of Earl Morrow. Back up to you.
And that's the report we just gave you a moment ago on Johnny Unitas. We're updated by Bill Ennis from the field. 3rd down and 4 from the 7. The Colts with Earl Morrow at quarterback. Long count this time. Bulash running room over the 10, out to the 15-yard line, and a big first down for Baltimore. Dave Edwards and Chuck Howley, the left and right linebackers, came in to make the play.
That really was a big first down. It was a huge one. They had no place at all to work. They tried that defensive line, and this is the first time they've been able to penetrate it. I have the feeling, Jane, I may be wrong, that it's the first down on the ground against this great defensive unit.
Ray Perkins has come in to replace Norm Bulash. Bulash out, Nowatzki and Perkins now back there. Morrow wants to throw. He's throwing, and it is incomplete. Eddie Hinton upfield at the 34-yard line, covered closely by Mel Renfro. I said a moment ago, Ray Perkins. I wanted to say Sam Haverlack. Perkins is 27. Haverlack is 17.
Haverlack is a quarterback. He's a great receiver, a fine runner. He's in there at the left half position. He can throw the football.
We might see the option pass. 2nd down 10. The ball on the 15. The Colts have the ball. Morrow over the middle. Throws to Haverlack. At the 30, 35, up to the 40-yard line. Sam Haverlack has a first down for the Baltimore Colts. Mel Renfro made the stop. A 25-yard pass play.
And now Earl Morrow is really moving this offense of the Baltimore Colts. He's reading the defense just perfectly. We said Haverlack is a good passer. He's a fine receiver. He's really an outstanding athlete, just all around.
Eddie Hinton back in. Hinton comes to the left side. Roy Jefferson set out right. Earl Morrow, the draw play. It goes to Nowatzki over the 45, out to the 46, and now the Colts are beginning to bang out some yardage up the middle. Jethro Pugh at left tackle, and Dave Edwards, the left linebacker, making the stop. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is Shannon in the morning, coming your way Monday through Saturday, 5:30 to 10, here on the fresh air sound of Radio 81, WGY Schenectady.
2nd down and 4 at the 46. Haverlack gets the football from Morrow. Gets near midfield. Dave Edwards again on the left side. Making the play for Dallas. They're going to place it down very close to the midfield stripe.
Bulash has come back into the football game. Haverlack has gone out. Tom Mitchell is also in the football game. A big play. They've had a difficult time running against it. You have the feeling they would not try a gamble. Roy Jefferson is just kind of lumbering out there.
3rd down and 1 at the 49 for Baltimore. The 2 tight ends in. The handoff goes to Bulash. It looks like he's got the first down. He went over his own right guard. John Williams blocking there. Headed the tackle to Jethro Pugh and Bob Lilly. Leroy Jordan also there. It is a first down for Baltimore. The ball just over the midfield stripe. Eddie Hinton comes back in to replace Mitchell for the Colts.
Neither Earl Morrow or Johnny Unitas earlier were trying to throw the football on first down. First down seems to be the most ideal situation to throw against this Cowboy team. They have not tried to go way up top. Eddie Hinton is back in the football game. It's been a long huddle. It could be the bomb.
The Cowboys lead 13-6. 6:20 left to play, 3rd quarter. A long count for Morrow. He fades back. He throws downfield, and it is incomplete. Intended for Jefferson on the far sideline. A down-and-out sideline pattern at the 35. Herb Adderley, the 10-year veteran for the Cowboys, covering on the play.
And Jay, you'll notice both John Unitas and Earl Morrow are working on Herb Adderley short. There's timeout on the field, Jay, called by Norm Shackler.
And timeout on the field. We're in the third quarter, and the score: the Cowboys 13 and the Colts 6. Every pro quarterback knows it's tougher to score from inside the 5. And a lot of hot homeowners have found that it's smart to strike early and fast to beat the summer heat, too. Get full house air conditioning now, and you'll psych out the summer jam-up. Wait till it's hot and humid, and you'll find yourself sitting and sweltering in line with a lot of other hot and uncomfortable folks. You'll get a lot better deal now, too. You probably won't have to start paying the installer until June, when you're already enjoying cool, clean, filtered air all through your house. You didn't wait till winter came to have a heating plant put in, did you? It's smart to decide on whole house air conditioning and have it put in now. You'll find Central Air Conditioning contractors in the Yellow Pages. Call one tomorrow. Don't wait till the heat is on. This message brought to you in behalf of your summer comfort by DuPont Freon Refrigerator.
Jay, an interesting move right now. Dave Edwards is coming out. Chuck Howley is coming out. Jethro Pugh is coming out. It looks as if the Dallas Cowboys are going to tell the Baltimore Colts, we're going to give you something. We're going to come with a 3-man rush. It's going to force you to run the football, at least we think, if you're smart. There's a greater tendency now, because of the 4 linebackers, to have that interception. They're forcing them to run.
And it is 2nd and 10 at midfield. Baltimore. Morrow fading back. The rush is on. He throws complete to Boulage. Boulage down at the 44-yard line. Intermediated by Charlie Waters. Morrow throwing to Norm Boulage coming out of the backfield. Good pass rush put on by Lilly.
Both Lilly and the 2 linebackers were both looping up the middle. Now we see Dave Edwards go back in. Chuck Howley's back in. The 2 linebackers that replaced him are now coming out. I'm sorry. Plus, there's a switch again.
D.D. Lewis coming back on, and Edwards does come back out. Tom Landry really making some shifts defensively with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. 3rd down and 4. Baltimore at the Cowboy 44-yard line. Morrow straight back. Look, throws, and it's batted down. Almost intercepted. Leroy Jordan at the 35-yard line. Pass appeared to be intended for Eddie Hinton.
And you talk about big moments in football. Tom Landry knew he had to do something, Jay, defensively to stop Baltimore. Earl's been able to move this team. So he tried a 3-man rush in the most unexpected kind of a situation. It was only 2nd down. He forced Earl to do the thing he wanted him to do, either run, and it's going to be a field goal attempt now.
And it'll be Morrow to hold. O'Brien will attempt 52 yards out. Here it is. And it is, the ball goes down to the 1-yard line, and it is down. It will be the Cowboys' ball at the 1-yard line. Mel Renfro did not choose to go to the ball. Tom Good came down the ball, just inside the 1. A timeout here in the Orange Bowl. We're in the third quarter. The score, Cowboys 13, the Colts 6.
Winter's back. Time to get ready for those bitter cold mornings, if your car's ready. So have your service station change your motor oil to a winter grade, and don't forget the Edge. SPB oil treatment. The Edge great race drivers like Mario Andretti, Bobby Unser, and A.J. Foyt count on when they have to keep rolling. SPB gives vital engine parts the extra lubrication they need for fast winter starts. Lubrication they can't get from ordinary motor oil alone. SPB is the Edge millions of motorists count on all year round to keep their family cars running smoother, quieter, longer. This winter, add SPB to your oil and run racer sharp.
It's 13-6. in the third quarter. 99 yards. Baltimore counting that short field goal. And now Jay Randolph, the Cowboys, are on about the 3-inch line.
Yes, they've both been right backed up against their own goal line here in the last few moments. Here is Greg Morton, quarterback sneak. He holds on. And it's Bubba Smith, Billy Ray Smith, and Fred Miller to make the stop out at about the 3-yard line.
You know, Jay, at this point, Tom Landry has not taken what appears to be any kind of a risk. There's a feeling sometimes when you're down in there that deep that perhaps an early pass play, they're expecting such a great run. The corners are playing it very tight. The pass might be effective. Bob Hayes, Reggie Rucker coming out to this side.
Second down and about 8. The handoff goes to Dwayne Thomas. He got a yard to about the 4. Again, Billy Ray Smith and Fred Miller, the left and right tackle, making the stop. Miller was the captain of the Chinese Bandits at LSU, 7th-round draft choice in 61. Smith, now a 12-year veteran, says this is his last game in the NFL. 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter. Cowboys leading 13-6. A scoreless third quarter up to now. Third down and 7. The Cowboys from their own 4-yard line. Reggie Rucker in motion to the left side. The handoff to Walt Garrison, and Garrison tripped up immediately by Fred Miller. Roy Hilton was also there for Baltimore. And now, Ron Woodby in the punting unit for the Cowboys going to come on. They'll have to punt backed up against the goal line.
And, Jay, you saw the Baltimore Colts do that which the Dallas Cowboys could not do. Baltimore brought it out beyond the 50-yard line. The Colts have stopped it. Woodby will be kicking. The receivers will be receiving in the sun.
And it is Gardine, the deep man, with Logan, the short man, back set to receive. Woodby right in the end zone, as deep as you can get. He lines one out. Gardine at the 47. Across the field, got a block, turns in, gets to the 46-yard line, and that's as far as he can go. A penalty marker down at the 45-yard line. Claxton Welch making the tackle on Gardine, a 43-yard punt. Jack Maitland was there on the play, and it may have been a kick.
It looked like either a clip or a piling on. They were really flying, but Jay, the comment really that I think is important is the tremendous job that this specialty team has been doing. Woodby's kicking, but the way they're covering those kicks is just remarkable.
The ball spotted back now at the Baltimore 39-yard line, clipping against the Colts. So the Colts, who would have had it down close to their 40-yard line, now are going to put it in play back at their 39-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. We're in the third quarter. The score, Cowboys 13, the Colts 6. You know, some good things in life seem to go together. For example, listening to a tremendous game such as this, and that seems to go with smoking a tremendous cigar, such as a long, slender Antonio and Cleopatra Grenadier. What makes A&C Grenadiers so special? Well, their remarkably mild taste, for one thing, and for another, their flavor. Yes, A&C Grenadiers give you both mild taste and full, satisfying flavor. Don't look for this rare combination in any other brand, because you won't find it. Grenadiers have A&C's unique blend of selected domestic and imported tobaccos. That's why so many men who know their cigars prefer Grenadiers. Grenadiers are available with either light or dark natural cured wrappers. Take your choice. They both taste great and they look great. So start enjoying one of the good things in life. Get behind an A&C Grenadier today from American Cigar.
Johnny Unitas has been warming up on the far side of the field. It would look like if Earl Morrow does not move the ball, we'll see John again. It's 3:01 in the third quarter, 13 for the Cowboys, 6 for the Colts. Al DeRogatis with Jay Randolph.
And we hope you're enjoying it. Here come the Colts out over the ball. First and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Hitting is set out wide to the left. Earl Morrow, hands off to Nowatzki. And Nowatzki bumped hard on the far sideline by Herb Adderley. Cut maybe a yard. Nowatzki was way through the league, finally signed as a free agent. He was a linebacker and tight end at Detroit, of course, and he's been quite a story, Al.
He sure has. And trying to look at where the weaknesses might be, Jay, Cornell Green seems to be playing John Mackey to the outside. And it does look as if Earl Morrow could hit his big tight end very quick.
Jefferson to the right side. Hit and set out left, 2nd and 9. The 40. Earl Morrow going down the middle. He's got Nowatzki at the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Nowatzki coming out of the backfield. A big hole over the middle. Nobody covering it. Adderley and Howley makes the tackle, and Al, if Nowatzki hadn't slipped as he took the ball in, he might have romped all the way. 45-yard pass.
Right, Jay. There was a breakdown in the defensive secondary, and you rarely see that. Mackey took it to the outside. They circled Nowatzki from this side. The linebacker more than likely should have been covering it. It looked as if it were a zone defense, however.
Word is that Unitas has a hairline fracture of his rib cage. He has been heavily taped. He might play again. Here are the Colts, 1st and 10 at the Cowboy 15-yard line. Earl Morrow hands it off. And turning the corner left side, Gulash, and he doesn't get much. Bob Lilly, truly a great professional football player at right tackle, and Larry Cole, the left end of the Cowboys, making the play at the 12-yard line, a pickup of 3.
And on that play, Jay, the Colts made a very obvious wide move to the left side. Eddie Hinton was lined up to the left. Let's keep in mind that Eddie can run that reverse extremely well. If he's set to the left, they've got an awful lot of room to the top, to the far side of the field.
Baltimore with 10 first downs, the Cowboys with 8. It is 2nd and 7 at the 12. Jefferson to the right side. Hit and set out left. Earl Morrow fades back, now going to run the football, and gets to the 11-yard line before Jethro Pugh overpowered him. Al, was it a busted play or a quarterback draw?
Oh, it was definitely a quarterback draw. I give Earl a lot of credit. He must have thought that in their wildest dreams, Dallas wouldn't have figured I was going to run the football.
And it'll be 3rd down and 6. 20 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. The Colts threatening. The Cowboys leading 13-6. 10 seconds left now. 5 seconds. They may not get the play away. 1 second. And as you heard, there's the gun. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score, Dallas Cowboys 13, Baltimore Colts 6.
Soaring prices, galloping inflation, shrinking dollars. Maybe in light of it all, you've decided to hold on to your present car for another year. If so, here's something you should know about. STP oil treatment. It could be just what you're looking for to prolong the life of your car. Keep it running smoother, quieter, longer. Why STP oil treatment? STP gives you the extra lubrication you need to fight the damaging friction and wear that lead to expensive repairs, shorten engine life. But STP helps cut friction, cut wear, better than ordinary motor oil alone ever could. So have your service station add STP to your oil and get the edge on longer engine life.
G. Randolph with Al DeRogatis. We head toward what could or doesn't have to be the final 15 minutes of this football game. We have the sudden death aspects here. We are heading for history, though. The Cowboys 13, the Colts 6. 3rd down, 6 to go. The ball at the 11-yard line of the Cowboys. The Colts have the football. They have Earl Morrow quarterbacking them. Johnny Unitas with battered ribs on the far side with the rest of the Colts.
And, Jay, not many teams score against the Dallas Cowboys, at least not lately. They've been playing great ball. Morrow has been throwing very well, and we've been commenting. And one pass that he throws extremely well is what appears to be a bit of a looper, but he gets it over the defender.
Wide to the right is Roy Jefferson. Hit and set to the left. 3rd and 6. Ball fades to pass. He throws, and it is intercepted in the end zone. Chuck Howley. Howley's 2nd interception of the day. A touchback. And that forced the Baltimore Colts drive for the touchdown. Howley's second interception of the afternoon.
And what a football player Howley is. He doesn't make many mistakes. He played the short zone. It appeared as if the man was open momentarily. Mel Renfro was there covering him a little deep, and Chuck Howley made that perfect drop.
The pass intended for Norm Bullock. First down, Dallas Cowboys. Opening moment of the fourth period. From the 20, a handoff to Walt Garrison over the 25, stretching out to 30, 35. Garrison out to the 39. Walt Garrison. Remarkable second effort. Jim Duncan and Charlie Stoops, the two quarterbacks for Baltimore, make the stop. Walt Garrison, number 5 draft choice for the Cowboys in '66. One of his bonuses was a horse trailer. He's a true cowboy when he's not playing football. He likes to poke a little cattle. First down for the Cowboys. Out at the 39. Morton wants to throw. He does. Incomplete. Bob Hayes has the football down at the Colt 47. Let it slip through him as Jim Duncan came up to cover. Garrison has gained 60 yards in 8 tries. Thomas has picked up 36 yards and 16 carries. That's been the Dallas rushing attack.
And you know, Jay, we've been commenting during the course of the season about the big plays in football. Many people think about that third and yardage for the first down. I like that first down play. If you don't make that, you've got 2nd and 10, and that's where Morton is.
2nd and 10 at the 39. Morton wants to throw. He swings it out to the left side to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas over the 40 and pumped at the 41-yard line. He went down as Jim Duncan made the tackle. Al, that time the pass a bit underthrown. The ball carrier had to hold up and couldn't get any momentum going to run it.
And you notice, Jay, that Tom Landry is not throwing the passes in the areas where the interceptions are likely. He's coming with the simple circle pattern. He's going with the down and out. He's staying away from Volk and Logan.
Dan Reeves now one of the running backs along with Garrison as Dwayne Thomas has come out. 3rd and 7. Cowboys at their own 42-yard line. Morton may have audibled off. Now he calls time. Something happened to bother Morton, and he wants to come to the near side and talk to Tom Landry. Landry, 46 years old. A Texan, a halfback at Texas in the late 40s. There's a timeout on the field. The score here in the fourth quarter. Cowboys 13, the Colts 6.
It's a fact. Chrysler Plymouth offers more kinds of new cars than anyone else, including Duster, Satellite, Roadrunner, Fury, Chrysler, and now a new entry in the subcompact field. The little car that can. New Cricket from Plymouth has 4 doors and gives you family-sized room. Gives you good gas economy. And things you can't get in some other import-sized cars, like power disc brakes in front. Standard. Big 14-cubic foot trunk. And Cricket is Chrysler-engineered, Chrysler-built. Cricket. Only $19.15. Manufacturer's suggested retail price. Excluding state and local taxes, destination and suggested dealer new car preparation charges. At selected Plymouth dealers.
All right, back to the action here. 13:35 left to go in the third quarter. The fourth quarter, I should say. Here's the pass out to the right side. And it's complete to Dan Reeves. Reeves, though, is short of the first down as he was hit by Jerry Logan. They spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Oh, it's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 for the Cowboys and Ron Whitby. The Cowboys punter is on.
Gardine, along with Duncan, are back. Duncan, the short man. Or check it, Jerry Logan, the short man with Gardine, off to the left. Low pass from center. Whitby, a high wobbly kick. Gardine, fair catch, and gathers it in at the 18-yard line. 12:50 remaining in the fourth period.
And the score is 13-6. And Jay, the favorite of the Dallas Cowboys. Jay, when you think about the number of turnovers against the Baltimore Colts, and they're still only 7 points away from a sudden death situation, it's a tremendous tribute to this team. They're playing good football. 5 big turnovers.
A 35-yard punt And the Colts to operate from their own 18. Want to remind you, later this afternoon on Monitor, you'll hear reports of the Bing Crosby Pro Amateur Golf Tournament from Pebble Beach, California. Earl Morrill at quarterback. Nowatzki and Haverlack are the setbacks. Morrill wants to throw. He's coming long down the near sideline. And incomplete. Jefferson and Adderley in a foot race down the near sideline. Jefferson went down as his feet got tangled. The incomplete pass.
Morrill doesn't like to use Nowatzki too much. Tom was wide open to the right side. You'll recall during the course of this day that the Baltimore Colts have been going against Adderley short, not really going too much with the bomb. They tried it there. They like generally to go underneath and beat him with a down and out.
The Cowboys leading 13-6. The Colts with the football. 2nd and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Ball midway between the sideline stripes. Hitting to the left side. Jefferson to the right. Morrill in trouble. Drops the ball. Goes back. Now throws downfield. Incomplete. Intending for Roy Jefferson. And Morrill had to do some scrambling there. Charlie Waters covering downfield against Jefferson. Morrill now is 5 for 13 in the passing statistics.
They're taking away the wide receivers pretty well. There's a huge rush coming on from that front. It's 3rd down and 10. One of the bigger plays. I kind of look for Earl Morrill to be looking for one of his backs.
3rd down 10. The Colts at their own 18-yard line. The Colts with Vogel, Ressler, Curry, Williams, and Sullivan up front. Hinton and Jefferson, the tight ends. The tight end is Mackey. Jefferson and Hinton are the wide receivers. Nowatzki and Haverlack, the setbacks. Earl Morrill, a long count. Morrill straight back, throws over the middle, and incomplete. Now a penalty marker is thrown at the 35-yard line. Eddie Hinton interfered with by either Charlie Waters or Mel Renfro. And now they're discussing it. First down, Baltimore. And they place it at the 32-yard line.
And what a big play that was. The ball was overthrown. There was a bit of contact. It was very difficult to determine whether or not there was any interference. The ball was well over his head. The official right there, by the way, doing their usual fine job.
All right, the ball is spotted between the 31 and 32-yard line of the Colts. The interference call gives Baltimore the first down. 12 minutes, 5 seconds remaining, 4th quarter. Earl Morrill, straight back to throw. Throws Jefferson in midfield down to the 46-yard line. And the tackle by Herb Adderley. Another first down as the Colts drive under the leadership of Earl Morrill. 11 minutes and 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Cowboys 13, the Colts 6, Super Bowl V. Here in Miami's Orange Bowl. What a football game. Sideline to the right, open field to the left. Hinton goes wide to the left. Jefferson comes to the right side. Morrill, a draw play. Nowatzki. He got maybe a yard. That would be about all. Larry Cole, the left end, doing a nice job defensively for the Cowboys with help from Chuck Halley. Makes the tackle. Gain of just about a half a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down. We'll call it 10.
The secondary J of the Cowboys is showing man-to-man, and then occasionally they're going in the zone. Morrill has done a pretty good job of reading the zone. He hit Jefferson on a big one right into the seams, but when you make that switch to man-to-man, sometimes, the interception can come quickly.
Hitting to the left side. Jefferson right. Morrill swings it out to Haverlack. Haverlack spins away and goes down at the 44-yard line. Herb Adderley made a spin-off tackle against Haverlack, who almost was able to stay on his feet and would have had a good deal of running room down the near sideline.
And Earl Morrill knows how big this play is. It's 3rd and about 8. There's 10:20 to go. It's 13 for the Cowboys, 6 for the Colts. Time as yet not a factor, but the Baltimore Colts would love this first down.
And it is. Hinton set left. Jefferson to the right side. Haverlack along with Nowatzki, the setback. The rush is on Morrill. He throws, and it is incomplete. A penalty marker, though, is down at the 32-yard line. Morrill just got his arm forward, Al, as he was
popular play. There was a safety blitz. Charlie Waters, number 41, was coming. A big play. A very, very big play. Another first down for the Baltimore Colts.
Holding against Dallas is called. The infraction charge to the Cowboys gives Baltimore the football at the 39-yard line. Baltimore picking up their 13th first down. 10 minutes remaining in this one. That is in regulation time. We're in the fourth quarter. Cowboys 13, Colts 6.
Harbaugh would like to go all the way quick. He went first down pass, then he ran. Now watch for hit.
Hitting left. Jefferson right. Morrow on a long count. Hands it over to Nowatzki, and he goes straight ahead across the 35. Pulls his way down to the 32. Back to the 31-yard line. Bob Lilly at right tackle. Leroy Jordan, the middle linebacker, making the stop.
And Dave, we haven't said much about either offensive line, but Bill Curry, John Williams, Glenn Rester, Bob Vogel, and Dan Sullivan have done just a great job in this drive. And that time, they really took the Doomsday defense apart.
Again, it is Jefferson to the right, hitting to the left. 2nd and 2 at the 31. Morrow gives it to Haverlack, who wanted to throw back the other way. Now he throws over the middle. It is complete. And with the football, goes down to the 5. He fumbles in the end zone. Let's see who's got it. Who touched it last? It'll be a touchback, I believe. The pass finally went to Eddie Hinton. Now they're bringing it back upfield, Ollie. They are, and it'll go at the 20-yard line to the Cowboys a touchback. Al Hinton looked like he had a touchdown. The pass finally thrown by Haverlack over the middle. Hinton turned in. He came down. He got by Waters. He got to the 5, was hit, fumbled, and the ball went into the end zone. He was not in. If he had been, it would have been a touch. And then it was George Andre who finally got the ball for the Cowboys a touchback. A timeout on the field. We're in the fourth quarter. The score, Cowboys 13, the Colts 6.
A lot of auto racing going on this time of year. Is a race you run every day to get your car started and a heater warmed up. This is Andy Garnatelli here to tell you how STP can help you win that race too. It's pretty discouraging to get into your car on a bitter cold morning and just sit there while your battery runs down. But usually it's not your battery that's giving you the trouble. Overnight, your motor oil has run off engine parts and it's too stiff in the cold to help you get started. Your battery runs down from plain cold friction. But STP oil treatment stays up all night cleaning to engine parts. Gives you all that extra lubrication you need to help get faster starts. So this winter, remember your STP.
It's Miami, Florida, Super Bowl V. 9 minutes and 11 seconds in this, the fourth quarter. The Dallas Cowboys 13, the Baltimore Colts 6. And by the way, Jay, the man that knocked the ball out of Hinton's hand was number 54, Chuck Howley, and he has just been everywhere.
Yes, Howley made a big play. Al, it looked like Morrow wanted to give that ball to Haverlack. He did. He looked like he then wanted to get his off to throw to Hinton, but it ended up that Haverlack had to do it, and he is 4 for 4 this year in the passing department. As we said, he's a converted quarterback. And the Cowboys have the lead in the football. They'll operate from their own 20-yard line. Greg Morton hands it off to Walt Garrison. Garrison over right guard to the 22-yard line. Bubba Smith credited with making the stop at the 22. Mike Ditka coming in. Dennis Norman coming out as the Cowboys coach, Tom Landry. The head coach of the Cowboys for 11 years now, a World War II bomber pilot, continues to call the plays for his club. 2nd down, 7. Cowboys from their own 23. Morton wants to throw, and they throw out in the left lap. Dwayne Thomas was there, but he wasn't expecting the football and let him come up the middle against Morton. Mike Curtis on the blitz.
You're right, exactly. It wasn't blitz. They were really rushing. They were going to be coming with the screen. But, Jay, all right, now we got another great third down situation. Dan Reeves is going in. Travis Norman is going in. Dwayne Thomas is coming out. And Mike Ditka, Landry is sent to play in. But this is the time when the pit, where up front really counts. That offensive line against that great defense for the Colts.
And Landry was telling us yesterday he's done well in calling these third down situations. Let's see. 3rd and 7 from the 23. Morton fades to pass. Morton throws, and it is intercepted. Rick Bolt comes back to the 15, 10, 5 to 5. Rick Bolt gets to the 3-yard line. Rick Bolt. The pass is intended for Walt Garrison. It went through his hands. Morton threw it. Through the hands of Garrison. Bolt took it on the dead run down the right side. He jumped over Ted Hendricks and went down inside the 5-yard line. It is Baltimore's football. 1st and goal to go at the 3-yard line. A 28-yard return on the interception by Rick Bolt. 1st and goal to go at the 3. Moulash and Nowatzki, the setback. Earl Morrill, Nowatzki got to about the 2-yard line. George Andre, the 9-year veteran from Marquette, and Chuck Howlett, the right linebacker, makes the play with help from Mel Renfro for the Cowboys.
And Jay, again, how many goal line stands can you make? Both sides have been superb. The turnover has been the big thing this afternoon. The fumbles and the interceptions.
2nd and goal to go. Here are the Colts once more. The Jefferson step to the right. Again, Nowatzki, and he got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nowatzki. The man who didn't have a job after being waved through the league from Detroit. Nowatzki, who was moved to running back. He actually was a linebacker. O'Brien on to attempt the point after as Earl Ball will hold. A big point after. Morrill sets it down. There is the move. It is up. It is good. 7 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in 4th quarter. Dallas Cowboys 13 and the Baltimore Colts 13. And out of the Rodriguez, there is the timeout here in the 4th quarter. The score. Cowboys 13, Colts 13.
What are you doing, Gloria?
A dance to spring, George.
You're scaring the dog is what you're doing with a shadow man on the couch.
How can you just stand there when our Teledyne Packard Bell space-age 4-channel sound system is surrounding you with such gorgeous music?
It's not easy, Gloria.
It's like being in the middle of a great orchestra.
I know, and I just keep bouncing around.
Strings to the right of you, woodwinds to the left of you.
Gloria.
Brass and percussion.
Okay, hold it right there. Gloria, I agree the Packard Bell Space Age 4-channel sound is the greatest sound system today, all right?
It sets me free.
Right, and with the 4 sound channels and 4 speakers, the sound is more real than ever before, right?
It makes my heart take wings.
Fine, but remember our agreement when we got it, Gloria.
Oh, yes, George.
No dancing when I'm conducting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could we start the orchestra again, please?
Only Teledyne Packard Bell offers you exciting 4-channel sound in the console. Experience it today at your Teledyne Packard Bell dealer.
O'Brien set the kickoff. Cliff Harris is back along with Mark Washington. A low kick downfield, bounding downfield. And it's taken by Mark Washington. Up over the 30 he comes. Or was it Harris? It was. Harris got over the 30-yard line as the ball bounded all the way down the field. Little roughhouse at the 33-yard line. Tony Johnson making the stop. Let's pause now, 10 seconds for station identification.
This is Steve Fisher, Contact Coach. Call us weeknights from 8 to midnight. Here on the fresh air sound of Radio 81, WGY Schenectady.
Cowboys, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Hand off to Calvin Hill, who is now in the backfield. Hill was hit by Bubba Smith. Big Bubba really racked him up. 6-7. The first draft choice of the Colts in 67.
6'7" and 295 pounds isn't bad. The defensive line of the Baltimore Colts are playing much more odd. Billy Ray Smith looks like the real leader. This is his last one, and he wants to make it a winner.
13-13 the score. Second down and 9. Morton rolls to the near sideline, wants to throws, complete. Walt Garrison gets it to midfield. And Garrison then is stifled by Jim Duncan. Duncan has some help from Billy Ray Smith. It is a first down for Dallas as they move the football from right to left as we look at it high above the south side of the Orange Bowl in Miami.
And we're pushing 6 minutes, a big drive right now for the Dallas Cowboys. Braxton Welch is out in the football game. Garrison comes out with a limp, and boy, has he been a big one.
Lane Thomas and Braxton Welch, now the running backs. There's the I formation, first and 10. The ball right at midfield. Shipped out of the eye. Morton handing off to Dwayne Thomas. He got back barely to the line of scrimmage. Billy Ray Smith wrapped him up. Billy Ray played at Arkansas. 6'4", 250. A tough tackle. He was originally the number 3 choice of the Rams way back in 57. As we told you, this is his last game. 35 years of age. The Rabbit, they call him.
Second and long, Jay. You do have a feeling that Craig Morton, who has been doing a fine job, will probably be looking at Reggie Rucker and trying to work on Charlie Stoops.
Rucker set out wide to the right. Second down 10 from midfield. Morton faced the pass. He throws, 6 seconds through. The pass falls way short of Rucker, who was the intended receiver along the right sideline to the far side. Fred Miller coming across with a great pass rush for the Colts. Ted Hendricks also coming in there, and he helped bat it down. Morton now 9 for 22 in a passing departure.
Another big play. Third down, 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go. 13 for the Cowboys, 13 for the Colts, and remember 58.
And it is Rucker to the right side, and Bob Hayes to the left. And Morton throws over the middle to Garrison. Garrison to the 45-yard line. Garrison hit by Fred Miller at right tackle. And now you say, remember 1958? I think some youngsters who don't remember it, but you sure do, don't you?
Oh, that was one of the great football games of all time, and I'll never forget it. Looks like right now Whitby has been doing a great job punting. He's going to be tried again. There's 4 minutes. We're rapidly approaching the 4-minute mark. And Jay, it is just electricity here. The excitement is unbelievable.
All right, Whitby is on to do the punting. Gardine, the deep back, step downfield with Logan, the short man. And here's the boot. Gardine lets it go, and it is going to be down at about the 3-yard line. Cliff Harris downfield to make a great play. We have 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. They place the ball at the 5-yard line. It is down there. The Cowboys and the Colts tied 13-13. Baltimore has the football.
And as far as Baltimore is concerned, and Don McCafferty, this is their sudden death, Jay. They don't want to go into sudden death. They've got the football. They've got 4 minutes to go, about 95 yards.
A 40-yard punt by Whitby. Earl Morrow with his team at their own 5-yard line. Morrow handing it off to Nowatzki. Leroy Jordan, the middle linebacker. Dave Edwards, the left linebacker, stopped Nowatzki out at the 8-yard line as he slanted left.
And Jay, the significance again of getting the first down isn't to chew up the clock. The thing is, you don't want to punt. Mike Clark, 83, can kick long field goals.
The Colts, second down 7 from their own 8-yard line. The score tied 13-13. 3 minutes, 20 seconds now left in the fourth quarter. Morrow falls down as he gets it to Nowatzki, and Nowatzki gets just over the 10-yard line. Cornell Green for the Cowboys with Bob Lilly. And now coming in, an extra linebacker, D.D. Lewis. He won't be an extra linebacker because they're bringing Edwards out. Lewis coming in on the left side.
Just a reminder, with just under 3 minutes, the Dallas Cowboys have used 1 timeout.
Johnny Unitas pacing up and down the far sideline. Earl Moore, another veteran, at quarterback for the Colts. Third down 5 from the 10-yard line. Hitting to the left, Jefferson to the right. A draw to the left. He tries to get outside. He gets only back to the line of scrimmage. George Andre, the right end, made initial contact. Jethro Pugh came in along with Alley to clean up the situation.
Again, the defense of the Dallas Cowboys, and you just can't say enough. 13-13, Jay. That's what it should be. Dave Lee going back to punt. He's a 3-step kicker. They've come awfully close to blocking him.
Renfro and Hayes drop back to the right to receive. David Lee in his own end zone for Baltimore. Now a whistle, the official stepping in. And we're getting a 2-minute warning. The 2-minute warning, a timeout here in the Orange Bowl. We're in the fourth quarter. The score, Cowboys 13, Colts 13.
Would you look at how that guy's poking along?
Andy, they're playing our song.
Dolly, you've beat it a jigging time.
Never get tired of it.
I should get tired of this traffic, I'll tell you that much, and I told you so.
Andy Granatelli, remember those Sunday drives in the old days?
Try driving nowadays.
Well, you're involved in automobile things. Now, why can't you do something about it?
I have.
You have? What?
Improved STP gasoline treatment.
Well, how's that help traffic?
It doesn't. It helps cars. Cars need all the help they can get in this kind of traffic. Now, when you add it to your gas, it helps clean your spark plugs better, your carburetor better, so you're helping to clean and tune your engine as you drive.
The whole time we're driving, huh, Andy?
And sitting, Dolly, and sitting.
Help clean your spark plugs better, your carburetor better. Help clean and tune your engine as you drive with new improved STP gasoline treatment. Now at your service station. You'll feel the difference.
Hugh Randolph and Aldi Rodatus, Super Bowl V. The 2-minute warning has been given. The score 13-13. David Lee in his own end zone to punt for Baltimore. The boot is away. Hayes looks at it, takes it, and steps out of bounds as he drops the ball on the far side at the 48-yard line of Baltimore. Dallas with 1 minute, 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter has the football after the 38-yard punt at the Baltimore 48-yard line.
And now you're Tom Landry, Jay. You got 1 minute and 52 to go. It's tied. He doesn't want sudden death. This is his sudden death. He'll be playing that short football field. 2 first downs, and he's in great shape for a field goal.
Rucker is wide to the left. Bob Hayes also set to the left. Pitch back going to Dwayne Thomas, trying to cut the corner to the right side, and he's hit for a loss by Bubba Smith. Smith got to him and pulled him down at the 50 along with help from Ted Hendricks. Dan Reeves into the backfield for Dallas. Coming out, Dwayne Thomas. The clock running. 1 minute, 25 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. Cowboys and Colts, 13-13, second down 11. The Cowboys at the 49-yard line of the Colts. Rucker in motion to the near side. Craig Morton has time. Heavily marker down. Morton is hit. Brought down back at the 42-yard line by Fred Miller. And holding is the indication against Dallas. It may have been Ralph Seeley at left tackle. And a very troublesome penalty now for Dallas right here with 1 minute 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
It sure is, and Tom Landry knows he's got a bit of a problem. He's out of the field goal range. He's got very long yardage to go. The Baltimore Colts are now being talked to by Norm Schachter. They're going to take it. The Dallas Cowboys are walking back. Big penalty.
Comes from the point of the infraction. Cowboys now have Holman in there, and they have 4 wide receivers now in the alignment right now as the holding penalty takes the ball all the way back down to the Dallas 27-yard line, where it's going to be second down and 31.
And, Jay, the thing that the Colts will give you will be the short stuff over the middle. They'll be in a deep zone, the secondary way back, the linebackers making big drops.
Ed Morton rolling out to the right side. Throws on the run. And it is intercepted. Coming back with it is Curtis. Curtis intercepted on the far sideline. The pass was intended for Reed. Mike Curtis, what might have been the biggest interception of his career. Baltimore calls timeout. 59 seconds remaining. Score tied 13-13.
And Jay Morton came out, and this is the third deflection of the football game. All three going to Mike Curtis. They could call this Super Bowl V, the Super Bowl of the deflection.
And with 59 seconds left, now Baltimore will have a chance to win the Vince Lombardi Trophy. The score tied 13-13 with just seconds ago. Dallas had the football at the Colts 48. Looked like they might have the shot to win it. We'd like to extend NBC's special appreciation to the hundreds of men and women associated with the National Football League and their 26-member teams for their cooperation and hospitality throughout the year. Our task at NBC was made so much easier through their efforts. And our added thanks to the Baltimore Colts, Coach Don McCafferty and his staff, Publicity Director Ernie Accorsi and his fine staff. And for the Cowboys, the coach Tom Landry and his staff, and the Publicity Director Kurt Mosier and his staff. And finally, to Ernie Seiler of the Orange Bowl Committee and all of his people here in Miami. Out of the huddle come the Baltimore Colts. Sideline to the left, open field to the right. Roy Jefferson to the right side, Eddie Hinton set left. Earl Morrill at quarterback. Kowalski and Bulash, the setbacks. The handoff in on Bulash, and he gets down to the 26-yard line. Spun down at that point by Bob Lilly.
The clock is running. 48 seconds remaining, fourth quarter. Cowboys and the Colts 13 all. Earl Morrill is taking no chances. He's got a young man named Jim O'Brien on the sideline. He's 6 foot. He's 195 pounds. He's 22. He's from Cincinnati. He's a first-year man, and he may get a shot at the biggest kick of his life. Second down and 9. The Colts to the Cowboys 27. Handoff to Bulash. Gets in over the right side, inside the 25-yard line. Upended by Leroy Jordan. Al, you were talking about the man who kicks the points for the Colts, Jim O'Brien. He is basically a divot kicker. He has told a number of people that he does not like to kick on an artificial surface. 9 seconds left to play. The Colts call timeout. The score on the board at Miami. Dallas 13, Baltimore 13, and we will get the field goal attempt coming up next. Jay, at Buffalo early in the year, I had the opportunity of interviewing Jim O'Brien. And one question I asked Jim was the point about pressure. Jim seemed to take pressure extremely well. He's just a wonderful guy, as handsome as you could be at 22. He takes pressure well. He's circling around rather nervously right now. The old man just looked at him kind of confidently. Earl Morrill, he said, Jim, I'm sure, he said, Jim, keep your head down, buddy, and follow through. And O'Brien, who had a very gutsy duel with Lou Michaels for the kicking job of the Baltimore Colts, is on. 6 feet tall, a rookie from the University of Cincinnati. Earl Morrill will hold from the 32-yard line. Tom Good is on to snap it. And now we have an official stepping in. And Dallas may have called time. Let's see. 9 seconds remaining. Fourth quarter. All right, here we go. Now they're set. Tom Good will snap it. Earl Morrill will put it down. Jim O'Brien, field goal attempt will come from the 32. Here it is. And it is good. A 30-yard field goal by O'Brien. Bob Lilly takes off his helmet, throws it 35 feet in the air. It comes down in a crash. 5 seconds remaining. The Orange Bowl in Miami, 80,000 plus. They are on their feet. The Colts
been the big one. Well, I've got to say that the Cowboys have done a super job. Really, they fought and fought all the way. The Baltimore Colts got some early bad breaks. They had fumbles, they had interceptions, and Dallas should have been well ahead. You can look back at Dwayne Thomas's fumble at the goal line that Earl Morrall was able to move out. Back to receive. The Cowboys have their people up short, Washington and Harris. Jim O'Brien, who just put Baltimore into the lead, boots it. It's a short kick, taken on the far sideline. Heiner returning it, and the clock says 1 second as they got the ball to the 40-yard line. Heiner brought it to his own 40, and Dallas has called time, 1 second remaining, 1 play left. The Colts 16, the Cowboys 13. The Colts go into their prevent defense, putting Bob Grant in, the extra linebacker. They'll give away anything out but a touchdown in the final second. And you do have the feeling that even George Blanda couldn't pull it out. Well, the Cowboys have 1 play. The Colts lead it 16-13. What an afternoon. Again, we hope you enjoyed it wherever you are around the world as the Colts and the Cowboys have put on a remarkable professional football show here in the Orange Bowl. Here come the Cowboys. Hayes and Rutgers up to the right side. Greg Morton throws the pass. Steps up into the pocket. Throws long to the far sideline for Hayes. Intercepted. Intercepted along the far sideline by Jerry Logan. The 1971 Super Bowl game is over. The Baltimore Colts of Don McCafferty have won it. That is the end of the game. The final score. Baltimore Colts 16, Dallas Cowboys 13.
Soaring prices, galloping inflation, shrinking dollars. Maybe in light of it all, you've decided to hold on to your present car for another year. If so, here's something you should know about. STP oil treatment. It could be just what you're looking for to prolong the life of your car, to keep it running smoother, quieter, longer. Why STP oil treatment? STP gives you the extra lubrication you need to fight the damaging friction and wear that lead to expensive repairs, shorten engine life. But STP helps cut friction, cut wear, better than ordinary motor oil alone ever could. So have your service station add STP to your oil and get the edge on longer engine life.
Again, 16-13, the Colts are the champions of the world. Our thanks to our spotters, Henry Goldberg and Chip Campbell, our statistician, Marty Rosen, our audio supervisor for the Super Bowl game, Gene Ryder of WIOD. And today's Super Bowl game was produced by Len Dillon of NBC New York. The Super Bowl game has been brought to you by the STP Corporation, makers of STP gas treatment, the Racer's Edge. By Chrysler Corporation, extra care in engineering. And your host for today, your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer. By American Cigars, one of the country's finest cigar makers, and by Freon Refrigerant, made by DuPont. Aldi Rogatis, very quickly in about 20 seconds, your thoughts.
Interceptions, fumbles, deflected passes. The Dallas Cowboys were outstanding. The Colts hung in there. A great Super Bowl game. Aesthetically, it left a little bit to be desired, but the Baltimore Colts have won it. They have avenged 1969 against the Jets.
Down at halftime, 13-6. The Colts win it on the toe of Jim O'Brien. The final score, the Colts 16, the Cowboys 13. This has been an NBC Radio Sports Network presentation.
Monitor News on the Hour, brought to you by General Motors Acceptance Corporation, GMAC, financing for cars, trucks, Frigidaire appliances. Now here is Charles McCord.
Super Bowl number 5 is history, ending on the most climactic note yet seen in Super Bowl playoffs. With seconds to go, the game was decided in favor of the Baltimore Colts, breaking a 13-13 tie on display, as described on NBC Radio by John Randolph.
9 seconds remaining. Fourth quarter. All right, here we go. Now they're set. Tom Cruise will snap it. Earl Moore will put it down. Jim O'Brien's field goal attempt will come from the 32. Here it is. And it's good. A 32-yard field goal.
NBC Radio sportscaster Jay Randolph, the final, Colts 16, Dallas Cowboys 13, end of Super Bowl 1971. The guerrilla versus government struggle in Jordan is growing more complex. The story from Mark Schleifer in Beirut.
The Palestinian guerrilla movement is splitting wide open over the issue of whether or not to cooperate with King Hussein. Popular Front guerrilla leader George Habish, whose left-wing group was responsible for the jetliner hijackings last summer, has called for a relentless struggle to overthrow Hussein. Other, smaller left-wing guerrilla groups have rallied to this position and have ordered their civilian supporters and the Palestinian militia not to hand in their arms, as called for by the latest ceasefire agreement in Jordan. But a leader of the largest and most moderate guerrilla group, Fatah, has denounced Habish as an adventurer and warned that Fatah will use force against other guerrilla groups if that is necessary for preserving the ceasefire with the Jordanian army. Mark Schleifer for NBC News, Beirut.
Maine Senator Edmund Muskie is on his way back to Washington following an extensive tour of the Middle East, Russia, and Europe. The Democratic presidential hopeful conferred in Bonn today with leaders of the West German government. Kansas Senator Robert Dole, new GOP national chairman, says the state of the economy is going to be crucial to the Republicans' 1972 campaign hopes.
I think the economy can be a very vital issue in 1972 unless we see the economy on the rise and unemployment down. It does threaten our chances in 1972.
Senator Dole also said chances are good Congress will approve meaningful campaign spending reforms that will apply to all media. He appeared today on the CBS program Face the Nation. As the war winds down in Vietnam, authoritative sources say the struggle for control of Cambodia's vital Highway 4 has brought about an increase in U.S. involvement in that country. The moves, which include stationing of a U.S. 7th Fleet helicopter carrier in the Gulf of Siam, were made without official announcement. The hour's top story, Super Bowl 1971 has ended on a seconds-to-go field goal by the Baltimore Colts. The final, Colts 16, Dallas Cowboys 13. Charles McCord, NBC News.
Listen again on the hour for NBC Monitor News.